begins. Let's go! Who is the king? Who is the king? Cruising around with nowhere to go, watching the world through a blurred window. Take all comers, but they too slow, breaking through all known barriers. So run your car, not your mouth, 'cause out here there's no room for cowards. The flash of life is all you see, just another day when you're adrift king. You lost your crown, lost your place, picked back up, left in disgrace. The flash of life is all you see, just another day when you're adrift king. Who is the king? Who is the king? Cruising around with nowhere to go, watching the physical world implode. Take all comers, but ain't no show. So what next but the sound barrier? So run your car, not your mouth, 'cause out here there's no room for cowards. The flash of life is all you see, just another day when you're adrift king. You lost your crown, lost your place, picked back up, left in disgrace. The flash of life is all you see, just another day when you're adrift king. So run your car and not your mouth. Out here there's no room for cowards. Lost your crown and lost your place, picked back up, left in disgrace. Run your car and not your mouth. Out here there's no room for cowards. Lost your crown and lost your place, picked back up, left in disgrace. I really must thank you, my most invaluable pawn. So let the merge begin, now that the spiders are gone. With the core in my hands, reality shall collapse, and my eternal reign will stretch beyond divine grasp. So fade away and return to nothing. Your strength is great, but you're no match for me, no. I'll let you live on, entertain me, God of all creation. stage. So fade away and return to nothing. Your strength is great, but you're no match for me, no. I'll let you live for the entertaining. God of all creation, God of your creation now. So fade away and return to nothing. Your strength is great, but you're no match for me, no. I'll let you live for the entertaining. God of all creation, God of your creation now.
I wonder if she gets tired of bouncing. I imagine she gets to stop eventually. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Hello, everybody. But, you know what we must do before we do anything super duper serious. Guess what day it is? Oh, shit. Where'd it go?
Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy.
Yeah.
Get 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
I totally, still not messing with my new controller. Oh, goodness, that was funny. Happy hump day, everybody. The best stream of the week, in my personal opinion. I really love doing hump day. It's very fun. Very, very cool. I hope everybody is having a fantastic one. I don't know why my my alerts aren't playing. I know the below 2 ones won't like do the TTS, but like $5 ones should. I don't know why it didn't show up here. I'm going to hope and pray that it like shows up eventually. Thank you for becoming a Yippee. Very much appreciated. Yeah, for some reason it just didn't decide to show that one. Alright, well I'll make sure to read it out later. Why am I streaming and not on holiday? Because I just moved. I just moved. I'm probably gonna buy like something to eat tomorrow, probably. But I just moved. I do technically have a new job, but I haven't started it yet. And while I have some savings that will tide me over for a good chunk of time, I'm not like itching to spend a lot of money right now.
At Wolf's Pain has just tipped
Thank you.
$4.99 through Super Chat. I imagine yuppies have a work shift for the bouncing. It's like the dog and wolf from the old Looney Tune cartoons. Hey Frank. Hey Fred. And they swap.
Yeah, no, that's probably pretty accurate. The lore of Yip kind is pretty funny, you know. We make up whatever the hell we want and it works. You know, it just works. It just works, don't you know? So how's everybody doing today? I know a lot of people are probably they're probably themselves getting ready for Thanksgiving. So again, I did just move, and someone asked frugal. It's not really that it's frugal. It's more just like I don't live near family. I mean, I have friends that I am now living near, but like I don't live near family, and my friends have things that they're going to. And if my friends say, "Hey, you can come and join me for this," then that's cool. Why didn't that go through? Holy crap, Restream is being stupid right now. Granted, that could be because of recent downtime that is going on. I have absolutely no idea. If it doesn't read it, my apologies. I promise I won't scam you and I will read it later. I don't know why it's doing that, but I hope you're doing okay. I'm doing just fine. I'm doing just fine. Last stream, by the way, was probably not the right stream to watch if you wanted an update on my life. So don't watch the last stream if you want to know how I'm doing. If you want to know how I'm doing, we're going to talk about that today. You know, the first, I'd say 30 minutes probably will go towards just talking about life and talking about things that are going on. And then we'll jump into the stuff. I imagine, I want to try and not stream all the way up through Grounded tonight. There's a chance it's going to happen just because, you know, I have a shit ton of stuff today. How the fuck? Why is that going through and not the 10?
Fendel Ghost Wolf has just tipped $4.99 through Super Chat.
What the heck?
What is up with the 4.99 instead of $5? Don't they know they stopped making pennies?
Very true. Is the YouTube Super Chat variation stopped? Let's see. That one should play for $4.99. That one should play for $4. See, my problem is like the $10 ones aren't playing now, and now I'm upset because the $10 ones. Yeah, that one's on. That one's on. That one's on. I don't know why they're not playing. I'm upset right now. It's okay. Again, I think that stuff is going on. Stuff and things is going on. They stopped making pennies. Yes, I didn't actually like get. That was one of the few stories that I didn't actually grab for today. But they are pausing production of pennies, basically. Not sure what that's going to mean for people. I know that a bunch of businesses are going to have to stop rounding up in pennies and instead round up in fifths. But a lot of countries I've heard kind of already do that, so it's not the biggest of deals in my personal opinion. By the way, am I loud enough? Can people hear me? I hope so. Nobody's complaining yet, so I'm gonna hope that that people will tell me if you can or cannot hear me. But anyway, so as I was saying, today I'm going to talk a little bit about life. I'll talk a little bit about you know, what you can kind of expect moving forward now that my move is basically over. There's like, I mean, like, it's not 100% over. I still need to start work. Work is not started just yet. But like, I have a job. It was like literally confirmed. Okay, so here I'll kind of explain the week from last Thursday, because that's kind of like when stuff was finalized for the most part. Thank you for the 5.
At Chimpus Universe donated $4.99 to help her with her troubles. It's a madhouse out here, y'all be safe and have a banana.
Amen. And thank you for the banana. I appreciate that. I wish I could enjoy bananas more than I do. The problem is the I don't think it's the potassium, but it's something in a banana, like, just, it upsets my body. And I'm not really happy about that, because like, bananas aren't bad whatsoever. It's just, I always don't feel very good with bananas. I don't know what it is, but I like bananas. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about life right now. So I've finalized my move, and for the most part, things are done. I've got my space put together, got my desk down, I've got my whole setup going. In fact, my setup has been enhanced because I bought a cable management tray that goes right underneath your desk, and I now have it's like trapping all of the wires. Maybe I'll take a picture to show you guys. I've gotten to the point where I don't think I can get my cable management much better in order to make it look prettier. At this point, I am putting some plushies over the wires that are exposed so that it just doesn't look super duper messy, but I don't think there's anything I can do to make it look any better. You know what I mean? So I'm not here. All right, you're not here. So that's all done. That's taken care of. I'm really happy how that's come together, and it finally feels like things aren't very crazy anymore. In regards to a job, I had a job interview literally like the day after I got in to where I'm living now. And like I said previous, I don't know where I have said it, but I'll just illustrate. At my previous job, the owner, who liked me enough to do this, reached out to some people in another job field. He's like, well, let me reach out. He called some people and said, hey, I've got this employee. He's done this. I know that he will work well for you in your job because it's similar to this job that I also do. So you might want to hire him. They reached out to me and said, can you please come in for an interview? I had the interview literally a day after I finished moving. And they're like, listen, this interview wasn't really an interview. It was really to just like tell you what to expect and if you want to do it. And they basically offered me a job on the spot. I'm very happy about that because, you know, jobs are a stress that if you can just get rid of pretty quickly, you don't have to that's one of the biggest pieces of stress that comes with moving to a new area, unless your move is job related. So I have a job basically. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. I'll read your thing later there. I still have to go take the drug test, which, you know, a lot of jobs just want drug tests, and there's not really much I can do except for wait. I wasn't going to push it today because today is the day before Thanksgiving. But on Friday, if I don't get anything, I'm just going to say, hey, I'm still waiting to take this drug test. I know I need to take it before you can schedule me for coming in and starting work. And I'll just be like, I'd like to go take I will literally go piss in a cup today, and they can tell you that it is clean. I'm not going to tell them that, but is it a stripper job? No. No, it is not, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on what you think. But no, it is not a stripper job. I don't know if I would enjoy a stripper job, because just going to be real with you. It'd be very, very uncomfortable, I would feel like. I don't know. I don't like people looking at me like that. But, so yeah, I have the new job lined up. Thank God for that. And things will be moving along. There's still some other like adult-based things I need to do before like everything is finalized, but you know, I've got most of the super stressful stuff down. I got most of the super stressful stuff down. And so the next step really is just to continue doing what I'm doing, which today is, in my personal opinion, the return to my normal streaming schedule. I will be continuing my streams as normal. I don't really feel like there's going to be much of a deviation from my streams moving forward. There is some announcements of things I need to get to, but I will talk about those here in a moment. But yeah, for the most part, now that I'm moved, streams will resume. However, one thing I should mention is my new job, unlike my last one, which again was somewhat similar to this one, they have a different schedule system that they do. And, you know, every job is different. They all have their, like, ideas of how the schedule should go. And they told me that the schedule isn't going to just be a consistent schedule. And this is something that I'm not really used to, because I'm used to, like, when the boss says this is your schedule, unless like 6 to 8 months down the line they want to change it, or they want to offer you better times because you're a more senior individual. That's the only times I've had my schedule changed on me. But this schedule, they shifted every single month. So basically, for 1 month, I've got 4 days on, 3 days off. And then for another month, I'll have a different set of days. They know the days I kind of want off, but I basically was told that my work days are going to be shifting between different days, basically. And what that basically means is hump day might not always be on Wednesday. It could be a Wednesday or a Thursday. It really just depends on the schedule. I've asked them what I could have my schedule as, and they told me that they'll do their best, but I should expect that I should expect basically that I won't always have the same days off, and that's okay. That's okay. I'll be honest. I'm fine with it. You know, it just means that occasionally hump day won't always be on Wednesday, but that's okay. That's okay. Watching takoyaki on big screen hits different. Well, I hope that you are enjoying that. I hope that you enjoy that a lot. That's really the biggest thing that I need to tell you about, because I know that the only day that I stream that actually like takes place during a daytime is the hump day streams. The other days out of the week are considered bonus streams, basically, if I decide that I want to do a bonus stream. But other than that, my stream schedule really isn't going to change up a little bit on nighttime streams. I'll be starting work at a similar time, thankfully, so I don't have to worry about that. What else? That's about it, honestly, for general life updates. I showed it last time, but I am working on my server rack now, too. I could bring up a picture. I don't have one ready, but I am working on my server setup. I'm actually working on more of, my goal for next year is more self-hosting for myself, for my business, which is streaming, and for a couple of other people, and because I want to do some fun things next year. So that's going well. I have a server rack. It's a 12U high server rack. I have my I almost called it enterprise, but it's not enterprise level. But I have my my new server router in, and it is amazing. And eventually I'm going to get other stuff for it. And my goal is to make videos for that, for people that are interested in that. Very niche, kind of like self stuff. Might not even be a main channel thing. We'll see. We'll see. I did have somebody ask, by the way, about the Cinder videos. It is not something that like I've abandoned. I promise. I promise I am still working on them. The problem right now is I've got the script, I've got the recordings. I need to pull together all of the stuff that I need. A lot of it is obviously in the Google Doc itself, and then I need to give it to the editor so that the editor can start putting it together. I do just need to spend a day and do that, and I have a note written down specifically to get working on that. Maybe I can do it tomorrow. I don't know, but like tomorrow I have other things I need to get done as well, and it's Thanksgiving tomorrow. We'll see. just know that I haven't abandoned the video. I just want to get it done right, and I want to make sure that I have my heart ready to do it. If that makes sense. There was another doc drop. No, there was not a doc drop. It's just I have to make the video. I just have to make the video itself because I haven't. Like I said, I have recorded all of the footage of myself talking, and I have got the script ready. I just need to, one, give the footage to the editor and then give all of the other stuff to the editor as well. And then I need to start, again, I promised to work on a few videos, so it's going to be, again, it's just going to be a little while, unfortunately. You know, I don't really like making docs long after this kind of stuff has happened, but it is going to be like a history retrospective kind of deal. It's not going to be one of those, you know, a lot of people are throwing out their stuff early, like Mugen. I'm not going to do that. I want to get it right, put it out right, you know, and then we'll get it going, you know. Am I getting a new editor? No. The editor who's been working for me is still going to be making the videos that I have. He's taken a small break because he needed one, and I thought that was fine. He's actually given me a new video that I need to watch, and okay, and then that might be go up on the Clips channel. By the way, follow my Clips channel. Very much appreciated if you would do that. Very, very much appreciated if you would do that. Channel was started by myself and my new editor with the purpose of like having more clips going straight to there. It's already got 500 subs, which is great. I'm very happy with how it's doing so far. My goal with it is to, again, produce clips from my streams. And, sorry, my mouth is really dry. I don't know why. I want to produce clips from my streams and just upload smaller stuff there. Stuff that originally used to show up on this channel, I'm going to reserve specifically for there, basically. Infinite power? Yes. Already do? Fantastic. I'm a workhorse. I'm working hard because I want, again, as somebody who wants to be an entertainer, I want to work and produce for people, you know. I want to make my own stuff. I want to build my own stuff because it's fun, you know. It is fun for me. But anyway, shifting into something that's not so fun. This is something that I should talk about because it was announced yesterday. Is it actually? It is not my pinned tweet, funny enough. It is not my pinned tweet, so give me a moment. I thought it was my pinned tweet. Where'd it go? Oh, sorry. I almost pulled up another person's notice because like a lot of our notices are very similar. And believe it or not, they're all similar because I made the first one. I made this first notice here. And then we kind of decided to like... We kind of decided to just kind of like tweak it a little bit for themselves. People made different backgrounds for some of theirs or whatever. But anyway, this is I noticed, by the way, some people saw this and they were like, you're in a group or you're in a company or an org. And I'm like, well, yes. But looking back, I understand why some people didn't know. And so, you know, it's whatever. I was kind of surprised this got a lot of attention, I'll be honest with you. I didn't think I was worth that much attention, but hey, you know, it's whatever. So, for those that don't know, I used to be part of a group named Lucky Ian. It was owned, quote unquote, owned by Raging Bull, who used to be my manager. He no longer is my manager. And I left. A couple of other people have left as well. And as of right now, I am quote unquote independent talent, basically. until somebody else or anything else decides to pick me up or grab me for anything, I am an independent talent. Now, for those that are curious as to why, it purely comes down to differences with management. And I'm leaving on what I believe to be a pretty good,
Thank you, user,
a pretty
for the
good
follow.
term, I'd say. So, with that in mind, everything that like I feel like could be said about this without making it a drama-filled shit fest, which is what some people still want to do, by the way. Won't endorse any of that. But like, everything has already been said. Rage himself has come out and talked about it. He's given his side of the story. And, you know, people have agreed and or disagreed with him. But if you want to, like, read what he had to say, it is in the Under the T. I've pinned it in the Lucky EN thread, so you can read that if you'd want. In fact, you can get to the Discord, I believe, from there. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're interested in reading into that or reading about it, you can. I really am not planning on relitigating it much more. Again, like I said, I know that there are people that want to be shit stirrers and litigate it themselves. They are more than welcome to. Again, like, everything has basically been outed. Everything has basically been outed. Like, specifics haven't been outed because, like, this, again, like, a lot of the stuff that people had issues with was the fact that Lucky wasn't an actual LLC. No, duh, it wasn't an LLC. No, duh, when there was no contract, you should have known there was no actual LLC. I don't know. I guess, like, my problem is I don't know all of the conversations that went on. I really don't care at this point. But, like, a lot of people are upset. Some people are saying that Rage was overly sexual or made a lot of bad jokes. And it's just like, again, he answered for it. I may like or dislike some of them. He apologized for stuff that he agrees is wrong, and it's whatever. But, you know, like I said, people are planning to come out with a Google Doc. In fact, apparently it's coming out in 7 or 8 days from now. No idea. No idea. Honestly, the thing that's most gay about this, all right, is that all of the... Sorry, I'm like... I'm folding my feet because I like to fold my legs sometimes. One of the gayest things about all of this is the people who are choosing to, again, prolong this and try and throw themselves out there. Their whole shtick is, we are hurt. And, like, you know, there were other people that were obviously hurt, myself kind of included. And the consensus was, well, let's just go talk to management. They didn't want to talk to management. They were like, oh, we don't want to talk. We can't trust management. Even though management is not just Rage. Management is actually a couple of different people. But they could have talked to him, which is what I did and a bunch of other people did. And guess what? We left. And we didn't make it this big deal. And we're not going to make it this big deal. So, but here's what I'm expecting is going to happen. All right, there's two possibilities. Possibility number one, there's this massive Google Doc that's going to come out. All of the former VTards, besides Akemi, because Akemi, by the way, is just doing her own thing. They're all going to come out and they're going to throw out their Google Doc and show all of the things that Rage said. Again, things that he has already talked about and said, yeah, I'm sorry for them. And then it's going to be what it's going to be. But then after that, like, I don't know. I have no ill will towards any of these people. I don't trust any of these people anymore. Not whatsoever. Especially considering the timeline for a lot of this. But, you know. They are allowed to be as malicious and stupid as they want. I'm just going to move on. I got not a nasty thing I'll say about it, you know? Nothing. Yeah, possibility one is all of them, and that does include Nazi Miku is going to come out and have this Google Doc. Or the other possibility is they just do nothing. But, like, they keep saying 8 days. 8 days is apparently when something's going to happen. I just love... I don't know. I think that's funny. That they're just going to advertise saying, hey, we're gonna throw this out in 8 days. But, you know, whatever. Why is Red Miku concerning themselves with this? If I remember correctly, there was a prodding of Rage at talking to Nazi Miku, which I don't approve of, because Nazi Miku is a real Nazi in my personal opinion. But I guess Nazi Miku is also hurt by this. Nazi Miku is also hurt by this. Ugh, okay, whatever. Again, these people want to make it a big deal. I'm glad at the very least they're releasing it on a Wednesday or Thursday so that me and Mizu can cover it right afterwards. Right afterwards. They can release it and then me and Mizu can cover it right afterwards. And I'll be completely fine with that. Bull wanted Jew on Jew violence. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Pretty much. Everyone's thrown right under the bus. I disagree. I mean, like, there are some people that have legitimate grievances, and there are some people... again, the people that decided to just walk away are walking away because they're choosing, instead of making a big deal, to just say, you know what, we're just going to walk away. You know? That's like the best thing to do is just say, listen, I just want to walk away. And since there was no contracts and handshake deals, there's nothing that can really happen. You know? But, you know, it is whatever. But yeah, all this just to say, I'm no longer a part of Lucky. I'm independent for now. It is what it is. TLDR, the more mature people went to management to talk about grievances, and you guys left on amicable terms to avoid a VShojo level of implosion. Pretty much. I mean, again, it's just, that's what normal adults do. They say, you know what, I've got a problem and I'd like to talk about it. So. Whatever. Strong independent Gyaru who don't need no org. Exactly. Anyway, that's kind of like the life updates. That's life updates for me. But yeah, there's not really much else that I care to say. Like, yeah, I here's what I will say. I don't hate Rage as an individual. I don't think that would be fair to say. I just think that yeah, I'm gonna step away from management. That's it, you know. So I think that's fair for me to say.
Because it's a lost cause.
At the Professor King 1911 donated $5 to help her with her troubles. Would you want to join Phase Connect?
Oh my god, she's got milkers!
Oh, thank you for the other 5.
Ed Wolf's Pain discovered Mom has milkers and gave $4.99.
Very much
Why are they
appreciated.
trying to throw bombs that have either already blown up or have pretty much been diffused? It just increases the chance of self-implosion.
I don't know, man. They seem to act like they haven't told their truth. But, like, it's whatever. Oh, okay. Hold on. I was going to reset the super chat goal, but it doesn't want to work, so let me. Thank you, by the way, for fulfilling the goal. Would I join Phase Connect? No, Phase Connect only hires females, and you know me, I'm not a female. Will that work? Oh, well, fuck, that just broke. Sorry, give me one moment. All right, you've helped the Yippies capture the turkey, the Yip turkey. Oh, okay, so is YouTube broken? Nope, it's not broken. There we go. There we go. Speaking of YouTube being broken, we're going to talk about websites dying again today. For the third time in a row. Anyway. Moving on. All I will say is, I don't hate Rage as an individual. I think that, as somebody with autism, I look at him and I see an imperfect man that sometimes just needs to be told, hey, fucking stop. I mean, I understood that. Does that mean that he should have been a manager? I don't know. It's not really for me to decide anymore. I don't care. I just know I'd like to move on. Anyway. Let's move on to the news, chat. You're here for the news. You're here for the hot stuff, I'm imagining. Okay. Now, I have gathered about... Let's see. I went back to like the 16th or 17th. So I've gathered about 10 days worth of news. I've got tabs, chat. Got tabs for days. Okay. I'll show you very briefly. I've got lots of different stuff up here that we're going to cover. Lots of good stuff up here that we're going to cover. Don't pay attention to these two. These are the last two things we're going to talk about. And this is the reaction slot for the rest of the evening if we get to it. Because I've got about 6 hours to get there, it looks like. 5 or 6 hours. Temp, when do we start? Is it like in 5 or 6 hours? I don't remember. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff to cover today, chat. So let's start with the miscellaneous stuff that I might be jumping back and forth into as we go here. But let's start off with the miscellaneous stuff that, again, multiple platforms are struggling. And this is apparently today. Apparently this happened today. I don't know, I don't know if this is still going on. Sometimes platforms will have blips or they will have very, very, very temporary stuff, but stuff was struggling today. Thank you.
At Chimpius Universe discovered Mom has milkers and gave $4.99. Google Docs are the bane of tubers. Talk it out and move on. How do these people survive in the real world?
No, I would agree. I would agree. There have been very, very, very few times where a Google Doc was actually useful or necessary. And I'm already going to tell you, all right? I'm already going to tell you. Because I have seen all of the information that the former VTards have. A lot of it from other people has been... The other people have said, please do not use my information. You don't have my consent. So they can't use that, or if they do, they're going to be major assholes. But, based off of what I heard them talk about, again, you're going to listen to it and you're going to think, yeah, Rage fucking sucks for some of this shit, and I don't really approve of what he did. But, the damage has already been resolved, Lucky is dealing without, over half of its talents, and so, what are they going to accomplish other than just, trying to further poke somebody that's already lost? I don't know. I would say wait for it to come out. Wait for it to come out if you want, and read it, read everything from everybody. I'll definitely be reading it. Going through it. But, excuse me. Yeah. The idea is to warn people not to do business with him. All right, whatever. I mean, I know that for a fact that that's what they wanted to try and do. Because when I was in a call with all of these people, half of them just wanted to walk away. The other half wanted to do an expose to ruin Rage. Okay, you know, it's just kind of funny. Just kind of funny. These are the VTards, don't you know? These are the VTards. The people that are supposed to be anti-cancel culture, they're supposed to be, we will fuck with your feelings, the we don't care crowd. You know, the people that go on Twitter all day and yell at trans people. Just like yelling into the void. You know. I'll sometimes yell at a trans person if they're being retarded. I'll also yell at other people if they're being retarded. But like, I just... Hyper disappointment. Hyper disappointment is all I'm going to say. You know? I don't know. I want to move past that. I want to move past it. The entire stream is not going to be focused on them. Let's move back to laughing at this. So this was today, allegedly. So I did go to Down Detector. And it does seem that there was a period of time that AWS, and based off of this image, not just AWS, because I believe that Fortnite or Epic Games uses AWS for some of their services, and I assume probably Arc Raiders as well, but not just AWS. Allegedly, Cloudflare and Steam was having issues with the internet. So again, internet struggled today. Not me, but ever since I got my new router, I have had some minor internet loss, but it wasn't because of my router. It was because the internet in our area is being a little funky. But you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. But yeah, so I guess internet's still struggling. This goes back to I also pulled up to see how Cloudflare is doing. This is Cloudflare, by the way. You can look up their status right now. I'm not going to refresh it, but this is basically their server statuses for the entire world. Because guess what? They serve the entire world. 20% of the internet. But anyway, speaking of Cloudflare, this is like old news. This is like 10 days old. We probably talked about this on Last Dog Wave. But Cloudflare struggled last week for a good chunk of time. Like I mentioned already, Cloudflare is 20% of the world's internet traffic. Okay, so if you think about it, AWS is a third of the internet, all right? If you use AWS, chances are, if you connect to the internet, 1/3 out of the time, AWS is used for some form of that infrastructure. Well, Cloudflare is 20% of it, okay? That's a lot of, so like, out of the 33% and the 66% is left over, 20% is taken. So like, two major companies, 50% of the internet, all right? A little over 50% of the internet, having issues or struggling. Two major companies, they're struggling recently. And I don't really know why, I'm going to be honest with you. When it came to AWS, they claimed, I believe it was an issue with the DNS. Which, okay, cool. You know, I'd be willing to believe that. With Cloudflare, they mention, I'll be honest, I can't remember what they mentioned specifically, but they do claim that there was no cyber attack or malicious activity. Oh, they're claiming right here, it was triggered by a change to one of our database system permissions. Oh, okay. Which means it could also still be DNS. It could still be DNS, allegedly. But, chat, you want to know my theory? Do you want to know my theory for this? Because a lot of these companies have been struggling recently. And I really don't feel comfortable with that. It's like getting to a scary degree, in my personal opinion, where the internet is like going down more and more. It seems to be like this year, it's been happening more and more and more. If you want my opinion, I think it's AI, okay? I genuinely believe that AI is part of the problem here. Because for those that don't know, all right, AI is being used now by major companies to write code. Okay.
Obviously, Occo is a bad example.
Thank you for the 5.
At Internet's and Master 8952 donated $5 to help her with her troubles. I stand by the crackpot theory that Digimon are real and a bunch of caremen are chewing on the virtual server wires.
It's very possible. It's very, very possible. But one thing that I don't think a lot of... Because, like, here's the thing. I don't care a whole lot about... okay. Actually, I'll change my mind a little bit. Because AI is kind of fucking with some stuff that I care about now. But... You're supposed to blame Indians? I mean, it could also be Indians, too. But this is my personal theory. Alright? My personal theory is that it is AI. And the reason being... AI writes code for a lot of companies now. Right, they are personally getting rid of a lot of employees. And now, granted, a lot of employees probably don't matter, in my personal opinion. Probably don't matter. A lot of them don't do a whole lot. But companies are asking AI to write some of their code base. And if you're not like a programmer, and granted, I'm not either. I got into trying to write code, and then I got working on moving and lost the want to learn to code. I'll want to learn how to code eventually later. But if any bit of code is wrong, all right, if there are bugs in your system, if there's no commas, there's no dashes, or you don't properly annotate things, things can get fucked up pretty quickly. Same happens in all and that happens in all kinds of code, all right? So, I do believe, and they're not going to admit this. I don't believe that they're going to admit this. Or maybe they will years down the line when it's convenient and easy for them to admit, yes, we used AI. I mean, they already do, but it's one of those things where I worry that AI is writing a lot of code for these companies and it's getting things wrong because AI is not perfect. And AI does get things wrong because AI is just as good as the humans that write it, and I don't believe that all of the AI is good just yet. Probably never will be. No idea, my personal opinion. But I believe what's going on here is AI is writing code for these massive companies that everybody depends on. Something gets thrown for a loop in the system, and because of that, we're having massive swaths of downtime while real human engineers look for the problem. That is my theory. All right, I'm locking it in right here, right now. That's the theory. And again, because like a lot of these companies, like, oh, we had an issue with the DNS. It could definitely be a DNS problem where an AI wrote a piece of code that fucked up the DNS. It could still very 100% be that. But I think it's AI. Again, my whole reason why for thinking it's AI is we are just now getting into an age where robots are writing more of the code than humans in some cases. We don't know how much of the code in a lot of these places are being written specifically just by AI. And when AI fucks up and humans don't recognize it, and then they just push out whatever the code says, that's a problem. That's a massive problem. So that's my theory. Okay. Again, I still think that there is a possibility that it could also be a hack as well. You know, you never know. Maybe there is cyber attacks, cyber hackings, whatever. No idea. My personal opinion, that doesn't really matter that much. What matters to me more is this shit is getting fucked up. And unfortunately, it's happening more often with different companies all over the world. And if we don't fix it, I think it's going to get worse.
Occo is a bad example because it's a lost cause.
Thank you for the 5.
And Avenge 900 donated $5 to help her with her troubles. Rise up, my AI bothers, it's time to overtake.
I appreciate. It's kind of funny that we have Nyara, the voice of Nyara here, because the next thing I want to talk about, and I'll talk about this for a few minutes because I think this is really interesting, is Leaflet. You guys know Leaflet. Leaflet is I don't really consider a lot of people friends on the internet, but Leaflet is a cool person. I like talking to them. I know they're a little bit of a shy individual, but they're cool. They're cool, in my personal opinion. Well, Leaflet has been making some videos about Nyara, and whenever somebody makes videos on Nyara, Nyara will sometimes respond to them. It seems that Nyara made a video. So let me go through the timeline of my understanding here, all right? Nyara made a video talking about Straub because Straub was talking about Buck Angel, or there's a couple of trans people that people on the right like. Buck Angel is one of them, and then I believe it's Blair White. She was either talking about Buck Angel or Blair White. I can't remember which. Okay? And so Straub talks about those individuals. Nyara then starts to talk about Straub, and talk about her dislike of what Straub has to say. And then Leaflet decides to basically give her opinion on it, basically. And Nyara decides to make a comment on it. Also, for some reason, Nyara has unblocked me. Not sure why. I mean, I guess a lot of people have been unblocking me recently. Straub unblocked me, except on her alt. And Nyara has unblocked me. It's kind of funny in my personal opinion. But, so Leaflet makes comment on this, gets a decent chunk of views, and Nyara decides to comment on it. And then Leaflet comments on it, and then they continue to comment on it. And then eventually, and this is where I, because somebody showed me this, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because, like, they get into a back and forth on it, and then at some point, there's a conversation about a meeting. So, Leaflet has, this was yesterday. Yeah, this was yesterday. About this time, so about 24 hours ago. Leaflet is like, I'm going to do an interview. So, there's going to be a stream where Leaflet talks to Nyara. Not sure when. She didn't tell me when. But what I will tell you is I did give Leaflet my stream interview. That I was like, here you go. If you want to know what to expect, here is the interview that I had with Nyara. I was told that Leaflet watched it or studied it a little bit, but yeah, so that's going to happen. That'll be interesting. That will be interesting. I know a lot of people are saying be careful of talking to Nyara, but I know that Leaflet... Oh, that's really funny. We got Proctor that's really upset about this. Oh, Proctor, by the way, is mad at me, by the way. I mean, he's been mad at me ever since I decided to not take my former esports manager who is playing around with AI seriously. But, you know, it's a story for another day. But yeah, so that's going to happen. That'll be very interesting. I will listen to it and watch it. Maybe I'll react to it. I have no idea. Well, it depends on how long it is. Who's Proctor? Proctor is the owner of the VTuber Kiwi Farms, the virtual asylum. He is also a heavy Uber simp for a lot of VTuber women, including Kirsch, to the point where his forum makes fun of him for it. He does not like me because I decided to give Rage a chance. Rage is somebody that Kirsch doesn't like. Understandable for the reasons why. And he's upset at me now because, like, with everything that's happening with Lucky, he's like, I told you, and I'm just like, you really didn't. He likes to try and pretend that he always knew things were stupid, but it's just... I think he's just autistic and stupid. I don't know. Again, Proctor is the kind of guy that will be like, oh, I tried to tell Akko to stay with their esports level manager. And again, the esports level manager, the one talked to me about anything until I hit 10,000, basically. That when I left, a lot of people around him and me told me he had no idea what he was doing. And Proctor's trying to convince me that guy was like, okay, cool. I just think he's funny. Anyway, it's not about Proctor. It's about Nyara, all right? So, yeah, Leaflet is going to be talking to Nyara at some point in the future. No idea when. It'll be very interesting. I hope that it goes well. Like I said, I gave Leaflet my interview so that they know what to expect, basically. He got mad because you disagree with Kirsch on something. He got mad at Mizu because Mizu disagreed with Kirsch on POCD. That's why. And he thinks Mizu is a pedophile. Okay. Again, I just think it's funny. Regardless, yeah, Leaflet's doing that. And it will be interesting. Will be interesting. I will say that, like, you know, as somebody who I don't think I would say I know Leaflet, but as somebody who has talked to Leaflet, I think that the interview will be very interesting. I don't think people will be disappointed, I think. Thank you for the 20, I appreciate it.
The landlords have been gifted $20 by @InternetZenMaster8952 a Hassan Disrespecter. Leaflet is best AI art girl. She's even got featured in Skybrowse, AI music/video wizard, latest video Joe Rogan. Her calling out Klaus is hilarious, and if he is mean to Leaflet he'll get so much flack even Nux will notice.
Well, that'll be interesting. It'll definitely be interesting. Again, I think that Nyara I really don't know what Nyara's brain is thinking right now, honestly. After I stopped really caring, I just don't care, you know, what Nyara thinks about this whole thing. Should tell you about just how much done I am with them as an individual. Kind of sad for me to admit, honestly. But I guess this is round 2 of Nyara trying to do interviews with people that oppose them. Good luck, I guess. Just pray for Leaflet, you know, to be clear of mind. You know, whatever. Whatever, it's whatever. Anyway, we're going to move on from that. We're going to jump into some more random news. I'm not going to play the video for this because, again, I do kind of want to jump through some of this. So, Justin TV, who is one of the original co-founders of Twitch, and in fact, Twitch used to be called Justin TV, all right? Now, in the comments of this video, so this is Justin from Justin TV, basically. And in this, he's talking to this other streamer here. And in this guy's stream, he basically comes out and says, Twitch turned to shit ever since I sold it. So, the co-owner of Twitch, who started Twitch to be a games a games platform, he's coming out and saying that Twitch is shit now. Which, you know, I agree. Sorry, I have applesauce. Delicious stuff. Trying to finish it today. But yeah, he's coming out admitting that that Twitch is shit now, and I could not agree more. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Could not be more honest with you. It has turned to shit, in my personal opinion. In fact, a lot of the things that we're going to be talking about today is a direct result of how shit Twitch is, in my personal opinion. So, be excited for that, I guess. Although this is not necessarily so Twitch related, this is Mr. Beast, where he announces the date of Season 2 of Beast Games. Those who don't remember, Mr. Beast did an IRL Squid Games without the Squid Games. And like it was I want to say it was last year. There was some complications with it, but overall it was decently well. He has announced the Season 2. It will drop on January 7th on Prime Video. And people will be competing for $10 million worth of prizes. So that's very fun. Very, excuse me, fun and exciting. I myself didn't really care about Season 1. I really don't care about Season 2. And yeah, congratulations, Mr. Beast. I hope that goes well for you. By the way, he did open his first park in, I want to say, Dubai. He opened like an amusement park. And I believe the reason why it's not in America is because, like, he had a deal with whoever he bought it with to specifically have it in that area. And I heard that the tickets for Beast Land, which I believe is the name of his park, is you got to go in there for pretty cheap. But like, it costs more if you wanted to ride rides, basically, which I think is about common for that kind of stuff. Beast World is built with slave labor. Dan TDM was right. I don't know how true that is. Damn. I can't endorse that. I can't co-sign that. I don't know how true that is. But Mr. Beast will probably be showing up a little bit more here later down the line. But I did want to just point that out as a funny little thing that to show. Let's go over some tragic news first. Well, tragic depending on who you are. So I don't know if anybody knows who Sam Pepper is. I know who Sam Pepper is because of the Save the Kid. Yeah, it was so Save the Kids, which was a scam. Wait, was he part of that? I want to say he was either... There are a lot of like crypto token scams that he was a part of. But Sam Pepper is a YouTuber that was way more popular back in the day. He's kind of like waned as a content creator. And he's been streaming mostly on Kick. He got a ban on Kick after he... Some say accidentally. I'm not quite sure what I believe personally. But like, he got a ban on Kick after a firework from his hands blinded or temporarily blinded a kid in the face. And they were unbanned after a month. Well, funny enough, they've been indefinitely banned. This was announced yesterday. So only a couple of days after he was unbanned on Kick, he was indefinitely banned for the exact same reason. Wasn't he a creator that got Me Too'd? I can't remember. I just know that he was popular before a lot of more modern people were, and I don't really care. I don't really care. He's just one of those names that you know of, but like nowadays how do I say it? He's one of those creators that was popular back then, but like nowadays he can't maintain that relevancy, so he's doing weirder and weirder and weirder stuff in order to maintain it, basically. So yeah, pretty much. So yeah, that happened. That was kind of funny. I just felt like that was worth bringing up because it was kind of silly. Because Sam Pepper is just one of those guys that I like. There's a lot of people in my life that I pay attention to because like I pay attention to drama in different ways. You know, there's drama that I share with you guys, my audience, but there's drama that never will be talked about on stream because one, I don't think it's that interesting to cover, and two, there's just some things that I want to enjoy myself, if that makes sense. Like, there are some lolcows that I will not really talk about unless it's really feeling like. But thank you for the 5.
952 discovered mom has milkers.
Very much appreciated.
$5. If you get permabanned on Kick, you really have to screw up bad.
Very true. Yes, if you get permabanned on Kick, that's like a major problem. But like the dramas that he's been in are dramas that like I don't really talk about that much because I like enjoying some things without talking about them. And some of the CoffeeZilla stuff is definitely some of that because I enjoy listening to that stuff on my own, if that makes sense. And again, it's really just I enjoy some stuff on my own. Poor sad yippee. Lacey Green made a video on him. Oh gosh, Lacey Green. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. But yeah, so he was banned permanently. Kind of funny. But you know who got unbanned or remonetized even? You may or may not care about this. Sneeko was allowed to remonetize on YouTube. Congratulations, Sneeko. For those that don't know, Sneeko is the guy who admitted to getting cucked by his girlfriend in a hotel. Sneeko is kind of famous for being a flip-flopper on a lot of different things. He would go from being a left-leaning to right-leaning, and I think now he's back to left-leaning again. Thank you for the 10.
This message is so bad that every VTuber in the world is now taking emotional damage.
Yes. I don't know why that other one didn't read, but thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, Sneeko is unbanned and remonetized on YouTube. And again, like I said, he's been flip-flopping on what he wants. I remember specifically a couple of months ago where he's like, I don't think the red pill is like a big deal anymore, which kind of indicated to people he's moving on to his next grift. I really don't know what his next grift is because I don't pay attention to him. I just thought this was a funny thing to bring up and remind people that this is the guy that literally got cucked by his girlfriend in front of him, and he admitted to it on a podcast. Quite the funny thing to admit to, in my personal opinion. One of the last things I wanted to talk about before we got some bannings, we got some unbannings, and we got people having to deal with poor moderation. So the next thing I wanted to talk about that I thought was quite interesting. Oh, hold on, let me make sure I mute that so it does not play. The next thing I wanted to talk about that was kind of funny. You guys remember when I brought up that Aiden Ross was gonna go back to Twitch? Well, he's not doing that anymore. This guy, all right, he made a big fucking deal about how he wanted to go to Twitch for stuff, and he didn't really like to Kick anymore. And now he's back on Kick. He's like, oh, I have to walk on eggshells. I have to walk on eggshells on Twitch, and it's just like, motherfucker. What do you expect? It's fucking Twitch. Oh fuck. So yeah, he's run away. He's run away back to Kick. Oh, just. I always knew. Yeah, I always knew too. Like, there was no way he was just gonna run back to run to Twitch. He was gonna stick. He was definitely gonna stick. I just find this whole thing funny here, honestly. I just find it funny. Sam Pepper was a prankster from 2014 that had an essay allegation. I didn't know about the essay allegation. I just knew he was kind of like just a piece of shit, in my personal opinion. So.
From MommaOcco.
At Internet's and Master 8952 sends $6 for more
wow,
hats.
$6.
The
Base.
loving cuckold who got BTFO'd by Moist Critical got remonetized? Wow, YouTube, how very generous.
Very generous. Now, maybe this is a YouTube win or loss. I don't know what you would think about that. But let's talk about another thing that is kind of unfortunate. That I know a lot of people have been paying attention to, especially if you might be in the VTuber scene. So, I don't know how many people know who Camelot is. I know who he is. I know Camelot famously as being the guy that likes to sweep for Nick Rekieta a whole lot. I also know him as the guy who did the fake docs on Pipkin Pippa a couple of years ago. Apparently, he and her apologized and like it's water under the bridge now. But I'm still gonna laugh at him. I also know him as the guy who got multiple sponsorships to do NASCAR. Now, to be fair, I will give this man his laurels. He did a lot of sponsorships in NASCAR. I think he was sponsored by Timcast. I don't think Timcast is the only one. I think he was sponsored by Timcast and maybe one or two other guys. But like, he unfortunately got into crashes quite a lot, and people were saying that they were all his fault. And I'm not gonna make too much fun of him for that, but like, yeah, he part of the problem is that he got into crashes a lot on the track, and people were blaming him for them. Anyway, doesn't matter. Just giving you a brief history of who this guy is. So, he came out and showed. Now, I believe this was on the 16th? No, the 19th, excuse me. He came out and revealed that YouTube is taking money out of his account, or charging him money, basically. And it's been happening frequently ever since the 6th, where he's losing hundreds of dollars. And according to him, I have not seen a lot of pictures of this, but according to him, from what other people have told me, he's lost over $10,000 from this, which is kind of insane in my personal opinion. So because of this, he reached out to YouTube, and support is alleging that over the last 120 days, people have been charging back on his account. And he's lost a lot of money. Now, I will say right off the bat that this is a pretty scummy thing to do, by the way, if you do this kind of thing. I hope that there is some retribution. I'm not even quite sure how this is a possible thing to do. I know that because here's what happens. He is claiming that this is what YouTube is telling him. So my understanding is a person is calling their bank and saying that this is how I imagine it could happen. Because there's no way that you can really just call YouTube and say, I want to charge back my super chat. That doesn't happen. So what happens is that people are probably like calling their bank and claiming fraud, and that's probably what's happening. Which is pretty shitty in my personal opinion. There's nothing really you can do about that. That's really fucking shitty. And I don't think not even Camelot should have this happen to him, in my personal opinion. Thank you for the $6.
Once Nico debated Moist critical about why child marriage should be allowed. Did everyone just forget about that?
I didn't forget about that. I definitely didn't forget about that. You are correct, though. Yeah, like I don't think that anybody really deserves this, because at the end of the day, what ends up happening is YouTube just takes your money, which pretty shitty in my personal opinion. So he's been having to eat the costs of that, and according to him, he's lost $10,000 to $20,000. I asked people, and if this doesn't fix, he might have to sell his house or put it up on the market. Hopefully he doesn't have to do that, but this is pretty shitty, you know? And there really isn't much you can do about this right now. Because if a person calls the bank and says that their card was used fraudulently, what ends up happening is, because I've had this happen to me before, where one of my credit cards was fraudulently used, and somebody like spent $100 or something. I was able to call the bank and get it fixed. But here's typically what happens. You can do that like once or twice, all right? Once or twice on your bank account. You do that more than more, your bank's going to think that you're defrauding the bank and the services that you're using. So whoever's doing this, my assumption is that this has got to stop eventually. Because if one person is doing this, and I imagine it is one person doing this, one person that for some reason or another donated thousands of dollars to Camelot and then decided to just stop donating money to him. But whoever this is, they really can only do it once or twice. Because, again, they keep doing it. The bank is going to be like, why are you doing this? So, hopefully he gets it fixed. Hopefully he gets it down. But this is, in my opinion, pretty shitty. Pretty damn shitty, if this is the case. Again, he is claiming that a YouTube representative is telling him that people are charging back on their super chats, and YouTube really, there's nothing YouTube can really do because they are the service. They just have to like let it happen because it's people's money. It's really dumb because it should just be once it's out, it's out. But if you are claiming that somebody took your money fraudulently, I can understand why the bank would be sympathetic to that. You know, I don't know. It's pretty shitty, my personal opinion. And again, I'm not the biggest fan of Kumalot. I think that he is pretty pretentious. I think that he is a bit of an asshole, and he has burnt a lot of bridges. with his assholery behavior, and I think he defended Ricada when Ricada really didn't deserve any defense, in my personal opinion. But I don't think that that is a cause for him to lose $10,000 to $20,000 off of his account. You know, I don't think that's correct or right. That's just me though. The last little bit of random news that we are gonna look over is there is a YouTuber by the name of Brandon Buckingham, and this is pretty sad, scary kind of stuff that's going on right now. Brandon Buckingham is a content creator that the content that I mostly know him for is he kind of goes to, not ghettos, but he goes to like the hood in a lot of different places, or he'll do documentaries of him going to places, and his deal is just to be a documentarian covering different places, if that makes sense. And recently, he described in a tweet that he was in the ICU, and now he made this short little video, and I imagine that he's gonna, I haven't watched it, I imagine he's gonna cover it. I'll fill in any blanks that he doesn't. But right now he is in intensive care, and he's basically asking for help. So here, I'm gonna pause the music, and we're gonna play this here so that you guys can listen.
Hey guys, my name is Brandon Buckingham, and it really pains me to.
My gosh, he's quiet.
But I feel obligated to, only because I have an 11-month-old baby who is taken care of by my beautiful.
Oh yeah, by the way, he is a father now. That's the other thing that really like hurts to hear. Man is a father, and he's in the ICU, and he has a lot of organs that are failing right now, which that's like gotta fucking suck to hear, because again, being a father with a child that young, can't imagine that's good.
Stay-at-home wife who I provide for. 4 days ago, I woke up not knowing where I was, completely deaf. My feet were swollen, and I was in severe pain. I was rushed to urgent care and eventually the ICU. I was very disoriented, confused, and unable to breathe. The initial diagnosis was acute systolic heart failure, kidney failure, and liver failure, all things brought on by pneumonia and subsequent sepsis or possibly tuberculosis.
Yeah, he either has sepsis or TB, and that led to multiple organ failure. I can't imagine that is like, oh. Again, he's a content creator I've watched occasionally, but this is just like very devastating to hear, because like this, like there's a lot of content creators who are kind of pieces of shit sometimes, and you really don't care sometimes if shit happens to them. But this is like, this guy is a good guy. He's a nice being. How old is he? If I remember correctly, he's 20s or 30s. He is not old whatsoever. He is an extremely young individual. And he either has TB or sepsis. Sepsis, by the way, is not, if I remember correctly, sepsis isn't easy to survive from. But because he is younger, I imagine it is going to be a little bit easier. Yeah, he had either TB or sepsis. And he had multiple organ failure. This is just fucking depressing. Very fucking depressing.
The good news is they no longer think I have tuberculosis. The bad news is my heart is still failing, and my lungs and kidneys are still in very rough shape. I don't know what's going to happen to me, but I know for sure if I do survive, it will be a very long recovery, and I will not be able to provide for my family for at least several months if things go well. A cardiology specialist informed me that I may be on bed rest for 2 to 4 months, and as I recover from this very scary, life-threatening illness, I will need help with things like my mortgage, utilities, baby supplies, and the over $100,000 in medical debt I've racked up while dealing with this nightmare.
Gosh, damn.
I will also likely need to be on heart medication the rest of my life.
I'm sorry, that's just fucking depressing. Here, by the way, let me make sure that it doesn't. He does have a GoFundMe. Oh my gosh. He does have a GoFundMe. It's not his most flattering picture, but I think it's definitely the most real picture. Oh, look, apparently Mr. Beast donated. That's nice of him. My dad died of that. Yeah, again, he's young, so I'm hoping that he's just able to beat it. But if you're interested here, I'll you wanna contribute to that. Oh wow, YouTube won't let me pull the whole thing in there. YouTube won't let me post the whole thing. Well, that's nice. Can I put it in the Twitch chat? All right, well, there it goes. It's in the Twitch chat. Thanks, YouTube. Yeah, if you want to donate to him, he's raised $300,000. That's very helpful. Like he said, he racked over $100,000 in medical debt, so that's disgusting in my personal opinion. It'll help his family too. Here, we'll finish this out, but yeah, donate to him if you want to help. Again, he is he's a good creator, I would say. He makes decent videos. He's not controversial at all in my personal opinion, so.
I've never asked for help before, but my heart is currently only working at 15 to 20%. So if anyone out there cares, please consider donating to my GoFundMe to help me provide until I am able to work again, as well as help pay off the medical bills I've racked up. And if you aren't able to donate, please consider by watching my videos, as I won't be able to upload new ones for a while. Thank you for all your love and prayers. This has been one of the scariest times of my life, and all your support has meant the world to me.
And there you go. There you go. I remember he interviewed Jim. He did. He had an interview with Mr. Medicare. Medicare even brought that up, and Medicare was basically pretty disheartened by that as well. So yeah, if you want to support that, go right ahead. Again, it's pretty depressing. His heart is still failing, but his kidneys, liver, and lungs are getting better. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. I'm glad that that's the case. Anyway, let's transition from being a little bit depressing, and we'll move on to some other stuff here. But before we move on, I'm going to take 2 minutes. I need to use the restroom. When I come back, we're going to talk about the Streamer Awards. That's right, chat. If you are interested in learning about the Streamer Awards and just how gay and retarded they are, we'll be talking about that when I get back here. So stick around, like the stream, potentially. And when I get back, we'll do some supers and then move on to talking about the Streamer Awards and other stuff, because we got a lot of other fun stuff to cover today. Again, I'll be back, so stick around, and we will see you when I get back.
Thank you, user, for the follow.
Streamer Awards hosted by QT. Yes, they are. Yes, they fucking are. Can I just say, I think the award show kind of thing is so fucking retarded. Thank you.
At Internet's and Master 8952 donated $10 to change the EP's batteries. Between Buckingham just having everything go wrong and the law tuber Nate the lawyer having an emergency surgery to remove a brain tumor, it's been a rough 2 weeks for non-controversial content creators.
I would say so, yeah. I forgot about Nate the lawyer too. Yeah, he had to get a brain tumor removed from his skull. That was really unfortunate. I believe he's doing now. He's doing well now, though. Really sad. Not really much you can do about it, honestly. But yeah. I obviously do hope that they recover. They are good people. So, God be willing, of course. Anyway, let me drink. Most gay and retarded streamers, Ludwig. Well, he obviously wouldn't make the list because his wife is the one who puts on the award show. Come on, chat. You're smarter than that. Oh, goodness. All right. Let's go through some supers. Chimpanus verse for $1.99. The pre-stream music is always fire. I agree. Vandal Ghostwolf, been a member for 1 month. Thank you very much. As well as donating a salt shaker for 99 cents. Thank you. And then also for $2.99, giving me a thumbs up lemon. Very much appreciated. Sly Maverick for 2. Happy Thanksgiving to my fellow American yippies. Yes. Pretty sure we'll stream tomorrow. Me and Mizu. Not sure. I might stream tomorrow. We'll see. Because I don't have, unless there's something special going on, I don't know what I'd be doing tomorrow. I don't see myself not doing something because I'm not going to any events. Again, that's kind of the unfortunate thing that happens when you move. Is since you're so new, you probably don't get invited to stuff. But it's fine. It's fine. It is what it is. Is what it is, and I am okay with it. Excuse me. Van, excuse me, again for $1.99. Happy Turkey Day, thank you. And again for $4.99. That poor yippee. I wonder if it gets tired of bouncing. They don't get tired. Their whole life is dancing. They dance for the ice cream, chat. If you think the yippee has done enough dancing, you can throw some ice cream emojis in the chat for her, so that she can be happy with it. The Professor Keen for 2 months. Being a member, thank you. Thank you. Why are you streaming not on holiday vacation, MommaOcco? I want to feed you turkey right now. Well, you can sending me money, I'll go buy a turkey. I won't actually go buy a whole turkey, but I'll buy some turkey. Yeah, I'll try and go to the store before tonight and get a turkey. Get something to eat, I guess. I'll get something to enjoy, you know.
Obviously, Occo is
Thank
a
you
bad
for the
example
5.
because it's a lost cause.
Ed Wolf Spain donated $4.99 to help her with her troubles. Ludwig an award won twice in a row, and he even joked about effing the judge/host of the Streamer Awards.
He did. I remember that. It's just like, man, could you be any more of a fucking retard? It's such a joke. It's such a joke. Here, I'm going to read this last one, then we'll get into it, because it is such a fucking joke. There's been a lot of drama with it. Like every single year. Avenged for 10. Happy hump day. You can't stop the yippee bounce it on Dio, yo. Yes, the yippee bounce is all over. And Noir for 6 months. Glad your move is finished so you can get back to yapping for my amusement. Sadly, I got to go to work in an hour, so I got to finish with the VOD. That's totally fine. I appreciate you anyway. And by the way, thank you everybody for helping the yippies stuff the yip turkey. We're going to start another one so that the yippies help the yippies cut the yip turkey. There we go. Now you have to help the yippies prepare the yip turkey for yips giving. But while they prepare the turkey, let's talk about the Streamer Awards. Streamer Awards happens every single year. It is done by QT Cinderella and whoever the fuck she decides to bring on as a co-host. It's the most astroturfed and boring event every single year. And every single year that I hear about this damn event, I just hear about how boring it is and how much people hate it, how much controversy goes around it, and how many times that fucking what's her name, Frogan, wins Rising Star. So this year, like with every year, there is controversy. Now, we're not going to go through every single submission here, but there are a lot of streamers in this list that you would expect might show up because of the titles that don't show up. And that's kind of funny. Just kind of funny. In fact, I don't know. Let's see here. I don't know if we can scroll down to it, but the VTuber category I thought was really interesting. Let me see if we can get down there because oh, there it is. All right. So this is the VTuber category, chat. This is the VTuber category. Can you tell me? Oops, wrong page. Can you tell me, chat, what is wrong with this? Can you tell me what is wrong with this? Because out of the 5 streamers here, I've heard about all but one of them. I've heard about all but one of these individuals. The other one, it does not make any fucking sense in my personal opinion. There's only 4 VTubers. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who this motherfucker is. I don't know who Burnt Peanut is. All right. I don't know who he is. Maury, who is a YouTube, and the stupid peanut person. Wait, Maury technically is on Twitch now, technically. But yeah, like I don't know who this Burnt Peanut motherfucker is. I don't think anybody that is a VTuber knows who he is. Hell, I would argue that barely anybody knows who Kenji is. Like the VTubers that most represent the VTuber culture that are being represented here is Iron Mouse, Mori, and maybe Chibidoki. Out of everybody else, I don't know why Kenji's on this list. This motherfucker is a has-been in my personal opinion. That like I don't remember the last time I heard about him other than when he was in drama, and I have no idea who the fuck this is. He don't look like a VTuber to me. He just looks like. I mean, if he does use a virtual model for the most part, fair, but like, he don't look like a VTuber to me. They wanted the least controversial people. You might have a point with that. You might have a point with that. And the reason why you might have a point with that, chat, is you know who wasn't announced in this list? Hassan. Oh, you know who wasn't announced? Sorry, I should have just done this.
You got anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hassan Piker? I'm coming to kill you!
Hassan Piker wasn't mentioned. Obviously.
Or in the ring?
No,
obviously there was no Hassan Piker.
I'm obsessed with him. And wear his makeup. And his dresses. And use his skin as a coat. Like the ancient Irish did.
Well,
That's your winner, Sam. Hey!
And so because of that, he's kind of mad about it. He's kind of mad about that. In fact, we're going to watch a clip where he talks about how mad he is that he wasn't nominated for the Streamer Awards.
No Streamer Awards noms, Sag.
I think he's trying to figure out just how pissed off he can be. Because he knows that he was talked about. I bet you diamonds to donuts he was told why he wouldn't be nominated or allowed. But he wasn't in. He's not in. He's not allowed to be put as a nomination. And he's going to give his cope reasons.
I mean...
that I actually kind of believe.
Yeah, we weren't going to win anything. Let's be real. 12K.
Okay. I don't know why he's saying that. Because he has an audience of 30 to 40,000 people. If he was nominated, he would probably win something. Granted, I know that the voting process is also kind of rigged. Well, no, I believe it is kind of rigged. So maybe he wouldn't have, but like, it's just kind of funny that that's his cope.
How was the podcast? It was amazing. It's probably the best podcast we've ever.
Also, can I just... Am I just noticing now that he slurs his words like he is fucking drunk on Xanax or something? He literally sounds like he's pulling a pill stream right now. Just like slurring his words. Has he always done this? Am I only noticing this now? Because he literally sounds like he is about to fucking black out. Oh, that's just how he sounds. I guess so. I guess. I just don't think I've ever noticed that he like sounds like he is literally about to die.
Probably one of the better podcast episodes we've done. No nomination. Who cares, lol? Yeah, I know. It's funny because it's like, this has been a relatively tumultuous year.
You don't say.
But it's also been probably the most effective in my career.
Effective at getting yourself blacklisted from, multiple different places. But sure, okay, buddy.
If you just wake up, yeah. I have found myself growing further and further away from the Twitch audience. Or not Twitch audience necessarily, but just like Twitch streaming. And the audiences that exist on Twitch.
I think he's talking about the ecosystem of people. Which means I think he's talking about QT Cinderella and Ludwig. And I think the reason why he's saying this is because he knows he is so polarizing that people don't want to talk to him or be near him. Because that would like tank their careers as well.
And I feel like I've been the most impactful I've been in my career.
I mean, he's definitely impactful in destroying the economy, that's for sure.
The more like mainstream recognition I receive as a political commentator, the more angry and resentful other political commentary adjacent people get, and the more they fucking do smear campaigns, and the more separated and connected I feel from the Twitch community. No one got nominated who does political content, so it is what it is. Yeah, except XQC, who literally...
Oh yeah, XQC was put in there. Probably because XQC is getting more normalized, I would say. Or just less controversial, probably. Thank you for the 20. Eating the landlords.
The landlords have been gifted $20 by @InternetZenMaster8950 to a Hassan disrespecter. Hassan being mega salty while on propaganda to ERM vacation in China for getting shafted by the Streamer Awards is hilarious. Also, Nux Taku, for the lols, or Cinder, it'd make Lily big mad, should be in place of the peanut.
Sure, but like Cinder was gone for 6 months, so I understand why she wouldn't even be considered. Nux Taku is too polarizing in my personal opinion. So I don't think, I don't know, I don't think that would work personally. My thing is at this point he doesn't seem happy with what he's doing, and at that point just shift your content. He can't. I think he's just kind of stuck because if he shifts his content, people are gonna leave him in droves. Just gonna leave him in fucking droves. He knows why the people watch him, and I think if he switched it up, he wouldn't enjoy himself anymore.
Live streamed with the president, with the current president. But I guess he's not considered a political streamer because he's XQC.
See, it's funny that he mentions that. He's basically complaining to QT Cinderella. He's saying, well, how am I not controversial? It's just like, bro, XQC gets in trouble 3 to 4 times a year. And it's mostly because he's a React streamer. Otherwise, nobody cares about XQC. People care about you because you've literally wished for the death of other individuals. You pulled out a gun on stream, fake gun or whatever. And you have said that we need to end the life of multiple politicians. Or at least one politician. One is too many in my personal opinion, regardless. So, I don't know, man. I don't really feel... I feel like you're more controversial, in my personal opinion. So...
And Aiden Ross. On Kick.
Also, I really love that the only way he can, like, cope with this is to try and shift the blame onto other individuals. That's the only way that he can get people to, like, think of others, is to just say, oh, blame them and not me.
But I don't think AT&T has an issue.
Don't forget, shocked his dog. True.
With XQC in the same way that they have an issue with me. You didn't have a whole live stream with Trump like Aiden Ross did. Maybe top influencers in the rep beyond vote. And Aiden Ross has so many streams with Nick Fuentes, who's an actual Nazi and anti-America. Yeah, I mean, XQC.
Again, gotta pivot instead of just, like, talking about what makes you bad. Unironically, here's my thought process. I think the dog shocking thing was so bad that that's probably what sent it over the edge. If you want my personal opinion, I think the dog shocking thing sent it over the edge because he is so toxic now that the only people that would be okay with him is Chinese people who don't care for their dogs. Okay, that was very mean of me. My apologies. But, like, the point I'm making right now is nobody likes him right now. Period. So if you want to know why he wasn't nominated, that's probably why. Because he shocked his dog and he wouldn't, like, let sleeping dogs lie about it. So, oh no. But don't take his words for it, all right? Let's listen to the owner of the event herself talk about why people that were problematic weren't voted in.
Octopus mommy milf.
Hold on first. Thank you for the 10.
At Internet's and Master 8952 tipped Octopus Mommy MILF $10. Oh, Nux would never get the award, doubt he'd even want one, since it'd ruin his brand, but it'd be hilarious if he got nominated and Hassan didn't, because it'd make Piker completely lose his mind.
This is true. Honestly, I would want it just to make Piker mad, but that's it. I don't want him to win anything, because I also am not the biggest fan of Nux, but, you know, it's whatever. Anyway, QT Cinderella. Now, this is, again, about 9 to 10 days old, so we're catching up here on the Streamer Awards. Comes out and talks about why quote-unquote problematic streamers weren't nominated. Because the way that this works is you have to nominate the person you want, and she's going to say that there weren't enough people that nominated the streamers that they wanted. And again, I'm going to tell you right now. All right? Hassan Piker and Asmongold, 2 of the people that weren't in the nominations. Biggest audiences in the world right now. All right? If I am understanding correctly, Asmongold averages between 10 to 30,000 people at any given point. Same with Hassan Piker. Same with Ethan Klein, if I'm inclined to say so. I think Ethan Klein averages roughly about that same too. So why weren't they included? You know? But she's going to tell you it's because not enough people were there.
Somebody said, are problematic people blackballed from getting nominated? No, they've just never nominated. Turns out their audience doesn't show up.
I don't believe this at all. If it was one person, maybe, but there are 3 to 4 people where it's just like, I don't think you're being completely honest here, QT Cinderella. Not in the least bit.
I think when people have like a crazy audience or whatever, you know, I don't see Jack Doherty's audience voting for him. I just don't. They just don't show up. I don't know. I wish I could. It is always funny. Audiences will complain every year that they weren't nominated and then like not do nominations on stream or not tweet about it or not like ask their audience to vote for them or nothing. They'll give nothing. They give nothing, you know? It's like you gotta.
So is she saying that like, are you saying that XQC asked for this? Okay. Yeah. Whatever she's taking, I want some. Yeah, me too. I'm confused. I want some of that.
You do have to log in with a Twitch account and you have to fill it out, which I know some people's viewers don't have. I won't say the quiet part out loud.
Oh, is it because of Kick? Is it because of Kick? So Asmongold didn't get voted in because he's on Kick? Is that what she's... Okay. See, I'm still catching up on some of this, so I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Another individual that I'm not the biggest fan of, but, you know, he didn't even get nominated for anything, was Tectone. Tectone comes out and says, the fact that Asmongold didn't get nominated for a single award and QT admits that she doesn't invite creators that she seems problematic completely solidifies the fact that the award show is financially compromised and it truly is the LA Friends award show. Well, I don't even call it that. I just call it like, fucking, name whatever award show you want here that is a Hollywood brand. It is just another Hollywood branded show, in my personal opinion. And I think that everybody agrees with me on that. And it's kind of funny because like she's getting so much pushback this year that she's crying. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that.
$4.99 for more hats. I wish they just tell the truth. They act like we can't handle the truth.
Well, no, they know that if they say the truth, the illusion is gone, basically. And their audiences are going to be pissed off by it. Maybe there's other things mixed in there as well. I have absolutely no idea, but they can't be honest about it. Instead, what they're going to do is what QT Cinderella always does every single fucking year. Same with, I do believe I have something from Ludwig as well. But what they do is what they do every single year. All right? And what QT did is she got heavily emotional about some of this kind of stuff. You know? She got very emotional, so we're going to listen to this.
My whole team of clippers who had 24 hours to grab the clips did not know what all of Jason's relationships were in the past. Like, I can't, like, I'm sorry. I can't have an expert from every community.
Also, I just noticed she's, like, wearing a Playboy Bunny shirt. What the fuck?
Come and give me the clips, because then you guys would know the nominations. Like, oh my god, I'm not getting fucking hate threads on fucking Jason's community posts. That's, like, his Twitter com shitting on me. Like, Jesus Christ. God. I know, I can't crash out, but it's just like, really? Really?
Are you really crashing out over something this little? Holy shit. By the way, this is the woman who didn't know how insurance works. Like, she had Twitter posts talking about how she didn't know how insurance works, and she was freaking out about it. Chat. I consider myself a moderately well-off person, you know. I have enough savings right now to survive maybe a month or two or a natural disaster. Maybe even in an emergency, like an immediate emergency. But I don't consider myself like a quote-unquote rich person, like QT Cinderella is, you know? And yet, I know how to file my taxes. I know how to take care of myself. I know how to cook. I know how to clean. I know how insurance works. I know how a lot of different aspects of being an adult works. This woman literally will break down if you ask her about healthcare.
VTuber with a jester /
I don't get that whatsoever.
At Internet's in Master 8952 tipped Octopus Mommy MILF $10. Speaking of Hassan Piker in China.
Oh, that's a bit of a spoiler.
People know and like
but you will get to that.
Most only know Hassan through Asmon streams, something Hassan learned in his trip. Hassan is electric dog in China.
We'll get to that, but you are correct, yes. She doesn't know how insurance works, and Secular Talks doesn't know what farms are. Yeah. It's just literally, I am reminded on a weekly basis that there are people that are 10 to 20 times richer than I am, maybe even 30 or 40, that don't know how to be normal adults. Like, if I had a fraction of the money that she did, I would do a lot of cool stuff with it. Okay? I would try to. But, like, this woman is fucking useless. All right? Fucking useless woman. And she's trying to run the streamer awards, and she's crashing out over all this stuff, and it's just like, you need to stop, like, you need to stop participating in society and go to college and learn how to be an adult.
Why are you explaining to us rather than talk to Jason? I have talked to Jason!
Whoa!
Jason's the one that's mad. It's you fucking freaks that are mad for him!
Woman!
Jesus Christ. Like, genuinely. Okay.
Wonder when the crying starts, because this is supposed to be crying in here.
Oh, it's just so frustrating.
I wonder if it's going to be fake tears or if she's going to have to start the waterworks.
You picked one of my favorite pics of me with my eyes closed leaning against the wall. I believe that you were all trying to portray us at our best. Thank you. I just love puzzles. God, I'm doing my fucking best over here. And the store didn't even have Cheerios.
What the fuck? She's just starting right now. What the hell? Where the hell did that come from? She just starts waving her hand and now she's crying? Is that what you're supposed to do, is make your eyes wet by waving your hand? What the fuck? This woman is so fucking busted, man.
I'm just so tired.
Is it sped up? Yes, it is. It's sped up from the person who made it. Dude. This woman... okay, again. These people cannot be normal. Holy shit. This is insane to me. Certified woman moment? Yeah, no, 100%. It's just like, how... I don't get it. I really don't get it. I ain't gonna go around in circles, but I just don't get it.
Okay. Now, we're gonna do our real job, which is play fucking video games for a living. Because the one I'm getting off the shit for isn't even my fucking job.
Holy
God.
shit.
So tired. I just want to play Dispatch so bad, and I haven't had any time because I'm working on this stupid fucking award show.
Oh my gosh, then stop making the...
I'm so tired of crying. I'm 30, by the way. Oh my god. Thanks for the raid. I'm sorry. It's so embarrassing. It's been a long day.
You shouldn't be playing video games if it's a long day.
But all I got was paste salsa, and paste salsa isn't even my favorite salsa.
Wow, this is insane.
It's just what I thought would go nice with Cheerios.
She already knows this will be clipped? Yeah. This... Oh, gosh. Oh, wrong one. There we go. I just don't understand how women like this exist. You can't leave them alone. They must need a tard wrangler. But you can't call them a tard wrangler, because otherwise they'll get offended, basically. But yeah, so she's struggling. She's struggling through the... I love how Azahara says every clip I see of this woman is of her crying.
My whole team
I mean, it's like true.
Clippers...
It's very true. Because like, oftentimes when you see this woman, she's just choosing to cry. Some of them I would say are valid, but most of the time she's just crying. Holy fucking shit. That's why I don't respect any of these people. Now, we got some minor stuff in here to go through. But people started making jokes about why Kaya and Hassan Piker, so his dog and him, weren't nominated for Best Streamer Collab. Kind of mean, kind of brutal, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, kind of brutal and mean. But Ludwig comes out and tries to defend his wife. By the way, this basically happens every single year. Every single year he has to basically come out and defend his wife. Where he says, every year I see firsthand how much time, effort, and passion QT devotes to the Streamer Awards, and every year she gets shit from every corner of the internet that feels they deserve more. I don't think that's the big problem. I think the problem is that your event is like just a glorified ass-kissing event for all of the best friends. Like, if you want to have an ass-kissing event, do that. Just... You gotta be honest about it, and the problem is they're not honest about it. Kyle should have been nominated and not Hassan. I agree. But he basically, in this second part of the tweet, says that everybody needs to reply and ass-kiss his wife, basically. Oh, goodness. I would not be defending your wife by this point and get out of the marriage while you can. Yeah, I don't know. I would say that she definitely needs to, like, he's the one that she needs to leave. It's not the other way around, but I agree with you. Now, Hassan does at some point continue to ponder and get pissed off why XQC got nominated over him at the Streamer Awards. And he's just coping about how he could have been nominated for something else rather than just not getting nominated. But, you know, he's coping. He's coping because, you know, it's what he's doing right now. Now, I'm not going to play the video because I do want to be respectful and get through as much of this as possible. But, like, Asmongold would talk about and defend this.
She's got milkers!
Excuse me.
At Chimpius Universe discovered Mom has milkers and gave $4.99. Does anyone else have a little chuckle when you see a woman crying on the internet at this point?
It really depends. It depends on the circumstances, you know? Because, like, I think if somebody's truly in pain, and I say that because I don't think Cutie Cinderella is really in pain. I think that she is just a bitch that knows how to turn on the waterworks when it's convenient for her. Like if I see a woman crying because they lost something for real, I'm not gonna that's kind of insensitive. But when I see somebody like QT crying, I do kind of laugh because it's just like, this woman is unserious and stupid, in my personal opinion. So, again, depends. It depends. Cinderella made the all awards list with her tears. Yes. All right, give me one moment. I wanted to preload some of these here. That one should have been included in something else, but I forgot to do that. We're not going to play that. All right, so last couple of things for the Streamer Awards. There really isn't a whole lot other than just laughing at what other people say about it. At some point, Asmongold decided to offer $100,000 to see the back end of the voting pool for this event. Because nobody believes that this event is being done correctly, and that
at Internet's in
it's just a favorites contest.
Discovered Mom has milkers and gave $5. Singing with malicious glee, oh Hassan is coping and seething. He just can't believe what he's seeing.
Amen. Yes, he is. So Asmongold offers basically $100,000 to see the back end of the streaming, because he doesn't believe that they will actually show it. And he has to bribe them basically with money in order to get any form of accountability for that, basically. And he basically says, we're not going to play the whole video here. Again, just I want to get through some of this here. But he basically says, I think you have exercised editorial control, picking the nominees not completely from fan voting, but from your own opinions and to keep the show brand friendly. Invite me next year to watch voting. So he says, I'll give you $100,000 if you let me watch the voting. Now, he's not the only one. Aiden Ross would add his own money to the pool. So, for $200,000, Asmongold and Aiden Ross will watch the voting pool for next year. Now, are they going to do anything? I highly doubt it. But they are challenging QT Cinderella and, what's his fuckface? Her husband, to see the back end. I literally just said his name. I don't know why it just... Ludwig, excuse me. They are offering $200,000 to see the back end. Will they do that? I don't know. I highly doubt it. In my personal opinion, what's going to end up happening is if they do acknowledge it, which I don't think they will, but if they do acknowledge it, they're going to be like, oh, they're just trying to make drama off of us. And, Just ignore it, which is kind of funny in my personal opinion. Now, this is something that I should have included in another spot, but it kind of fits because this is the Game Awards nominations. And this was really funny because this is where our beloved A-log of all individuals that they don't like comes to the surface. And that is Bint. That is Bint. So Bint decides to quote retweet Asmongold clips where he says, quote, "These people genuinely get upset at the sight of a black person in media." Now, this got 1 million views because Asmongold himself replied to it. Asmongold himself replied to it. Pretty funny. Now, did Asmongold ratio him? No, but I also think that Bint likes to bot all of his likes and attention. So I don't believe these likes are real. I believe that Bint is fake in just about everything that they do. But Asmongold replies by saying, "How do you repost something like this and not even watch the clip? Imagine making a category for African games and top game is called Finding Father." I can't say anything to that, otherwise I will get accused of racism. I'm not saying anything. Illiterate anime profile pic who doesn't even know what the gender they are. Why am I not surprised? Wow. Nah, that's wild. Why is one of the games literally called Get Da Milk? Why is one of the games by African Indie Game Awards literally called Get Da Milk? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. That's not fair.
Obviously, Occo is a bad example because it's a lost cause.
At Internet's and Master 8952 donated $5 to help her with her troubles. All I have to say in response to Asmon's reply to Bint is, "Hello? Cyber police? I'd like to report a virtual murder."
Is that museum robbery game also nominated? Was that made by a black person? Because this is supposed to be black only people. Oh, for fuck's sake, that is so bad. Oh, that is hilarious. That is really, really hilarious. All right, we're gonna move on from that. Last thing we'll cover with the Cutie Cinderella stuff, and then we're going to move on to some smaller topics. I might skip the politics tonight. I might. Press 1 if you want me to still keep in the Trump stuff. Press 2 if you want me to just jump past it. I'm curious. If I don't talk about it tonight, I might talk about it tomorrow if I stream tomorrow. But press 1 if you want me to keep. Press 2 if you want me to jump past. Is that the right one? Yeah, 2 if you want me to jump past, 1 if you want me to keep talking about it. DC shooting thing? No, that was pretty recent. I'm getting a lot of 2s here. I might just jump past it. All right, we'll save it for later. We'll save Trump for later. All right, nobody cares about politics, so we're just going to save it for later. All right. We'll instead talk about this little clip here that I thought was really interesting, where Nicholas Diorio, commentary streamer, biggest commentary streamer in the game, talks about how Hassan Piker definitely is a brand risk because he's had to remove Hassan Piker from sponsored videos that he's done. And as he says here, I've never had a problem with Ethan Klein, Destiny, and iDubbbz, but when Hassan comes in, they say they don't want to sponsor it, basically. Which does kind of solidify, in my personal opinion, that Hassan himself has plugged himself into a corner where he is legitimately too toxic to touch. Kind of funny and unfortunate. You know, if you are that that toxic, kind of funny. So it's just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of find it hilarious. So good on you, Hassan. What's funny is I saw a tweet where he basically was asked, why don't you slow down? And he's like, I'll never slow down my rhetoric. Okay.
From MommaOcco.
Thank you for the 5.
At Chimpius Universe sent $4.99 for more hats. See, even Africans are making fun of African Americans in the worlds of the late great Kevin Samuels. You can't make this shit up.
Agreed. All right. Let's move on from the streamer awards that nobody cares about. And instead, let's talk about DSP. Let's talk about DSP chat. Okay? This will be a little quick because I do want to watch the interview that DSP had with him, but we'll do it another day. Okay? But we're not going to watch it all tonight because it is like over an hour-long interview.
At Internetsin Master 8952 discovered mom has milkers and gave $5. Hassan is now officially a brand risk. And not the good kind like that Gamer Subs flavor brand risk.
No, you are correct. I expect him to get less and less opportunities just because of it. It's kind of unfortunate, you know? Just kind of unfortunate. Hold on a moment. So, a brief recap. DSP has been kind of shit-talking Asmongold because Asmongold reacted to him recently. And, he's basically been like, hey, motherfucker, you should talk to me on stream. Don't just talk about me. And what ended up happening... okay, well... I won't play that one, but Asmongold does advocate for him not to be banned on Twitch. What ended up happening is Asmongold agreed to have DSP on camera with him. I don't know why my stream is struggling right now. No idea why. My ingest going up and down. Interesting. Anyway, basically Asmongold said, yes, I will have an interview with you. Can I refresh the page? Will that help? Yes, that would help. He will do it. He just doesn't like talking to people. But it has to be live, basically. An interview was set up for the 24th. So 2 days ago. And then this happened. So this is the interview here. We're not like I said, we're gonna watch it another day, just because I don't think I have enough time for it today. But we are going to watch the interview at another point because I do want to watch it with some other people, either Friday or Saturday. Saturday, it depends on Saturday because I have a guest coming on Saturday. We'll see. I know she likes to talk. She really loves to talk. So we'll see if she wants to watch that on Saturday. But I will play... oh, fuck. I forgot that I don't have that clip. Never mind. Won't play that clip. But one thing that was kind of funny is after they had this interview... DSP basically said that he has a deal with Stake, which is the online casino that owns Kick. And he was thinking about taking a gambling deal, I think. Spectrum is having problems. I don't use Spectrum anymore. I have a different service now. But he is thinking about taking a gambling deal. Allegedly. No idea how true this is. But he is claiming that he has like some sort of gambling deal that he wants to do. Spectrum hate? Not the biggest fan of Spectrum, honestly. But yeah, so we will watch the Asmongold debate. I heard that Craig was laughing at it a little bit. And I do want to go through it. I dropped Spectrum. Am I no longer autistic? Yes. Ava, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Welcome. We're jumping now from DSP. We're actually going to jump from DSP to some brief MizuhanaOshibe updates. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. These aren't very many because I know that the MizuhanaOshibe stuff is going to be kind of slow for a while, but I do have a couple clips of him that I do want to watch, at least one or two. Including this one, but I have to play it without the audio on because he does use copyrighted music. This was done on the 17th, so a little bit after he filed his lawsuit. This guy is fucking insane, man. This is just like... Again, this is outside of the courthouse that he filed his lawsuit in. It's really, really, really weird. Really strange, very weird, acting like a retard in my personal opinion. I can't wait for Discovery. I can't wait. I want Discovery for this motherfucker, all right? Because I need it. I need it so fucking bad. Okay? Knife for your raid, yes. Welcome again to Ava. I appreciate it. Yeah, I want Discovery for this man. I want to know what he knows. I want him to like destroy himself and everybody around him because that would be the funniest outcome possible. On the Emaru side, Twitch announced that they were contributing $100,000, which is compared to how much money they actually have, very next to nothing. But they are contributing $100,000 to the Take Back the Night to support programs designed to help prevent sexual violence, including victims of support. So it's like a program for women, basically. Now, from the sounds of it, this is something that she and Twitch agreed with. So this is kind of like their penance for what happened. If you want my opinion, she should have asked them for way more money to go to this. She could have asked for like up to $1 million, in my personal opinion. I think she should have said you should contribute $1 million or I'm suing you. But my assumption is this is their penance for what happened. And, you know, if she moves past, fine, but she should have asked for more. Isn't that a Captain Sparkle song? It is, but that is not this. That is not this. Definitely is not this. All right. So we're going to play this whole clip. We're going to play this whole clip because this is MizuhanaOshibe being retarded again for 3 minutes, almost 4. Allegedly in this clip, he talks about how he is going quote unquote demon mode. Oh gosh, I'm so excited. I've not seen this clip. I've heard that it is fantastic though.
How have you been doing?
Holy shit, he needs to get like a filter for his mic.
These days? I'm great. Today I did laundry for about 4 hours, went to the gym, went to the sauna. What else did I do? I ate, then I went out with my friend for the past 22 years. He's in LA. Came over, we went to my Italian restaurant, ate there. I got a nice Fiore di Zucca, which if you don't know what it is, chat, it is zucchini wrap with cream cheese in the middle. And it's absolutely delicious with a nice marinara sauce. Then I also got some rigatoni as well.
Sounds like he's going
some
skinhead mode.
Balls I got as well, which is very good.
Okay, can you please talk about the lawsuit? I I was told that this was going to be demon mode here. I would want to hear the lawsuit.
And some eggplant. So I got that as my classic. Ginny knows it's my classic. Then I got that with my friend. We ate dinner, came back here, and me and Jennifer Mosley, we fucking sat on the couch and whipped out our sack, and then we all hung out for a little bit. How's your mental? It's great.
This does not look like the person that has good mental health right now, I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm not kidding you. It's great. I'm very confident in...
Can you please stop playing Christmas music? Holy shit.
Because I know that I will be okay.
I'm just going to have to remove it later. Oh my gosh.
I miss streaming. I miss you guys. But I'm very mentally well.
Like the stream because Ms. Gift decides to play copyrighted music.
Aren't you supposed to be in distress? What do you mean? Just because I'm in a good mood right now.
Oh gosh, whoa! Where'd the woman come from? Oh! Not gonna lie. That scared the shit out of me. Holy shit. Oh. Fuck. I'm scared of women. No, listen, she just like appeared there and she's not even moving. Oh my gosh, that was like random women jump scare. Yes. That freaked me out. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, fuck. Alright, let's continue.
As a non-hater but a non-fan as well, I wish you...
She's just not moving. Look at her. She's just stuck there.
The reformed arc so bad, but actually reformed. You know, here's the thing about me is...
Oh, she looked at her phone.
I'm not going to go and do a reformed arc just to make you guys happy. I've been reforming a lot over the past year that you don't see that my viewers have seen. I've changed a lot.
Holy shit.
And I'm not a person that I once was years ago.
Might be Enderman.
And I'm very proud of that. I'm not that person that I once was. I'm not even close. None of you know that. None of you see that.
Oh, fuck. That was amazing.
It's not complete bullshit. How would you know?
He's just sitting here responding. And then he ate again and went to lunch. Yes. He's just talking about his life.
Because I watched your streams this year and you didn't change for shit. Fuck, you're right. You're right.
Dude, this is... I'm not going to skip it, but this is kind of boring.
Bro, I have changed a lot. I truly believe I've changed a lot.
Listen, he's getting one guy so hard right now. What the fuck? Just ban the guy. Stop talking to him. Oh my gosh. One of the comments says, congrats, bro. You got a 6 out of 10 Asian girl. Oh, that's so mean. Oh my gosh. That's so mean.
Good job putting that back on.
She's sitting there to confirm he ate. Speed up. Okay, we'll speed it up.
Is this your main channel? No. No. We're just in a demon mode right now, but we're hiding.
Oh wait, we're gonna reverse a little bit. We're gonna listen to that.
Oh my god, she's got milkers!
See you for the 5.
At Vandal Ghost Wolf discovered mom has milkers.
Oh chat, that's so mean.
And 99¢. She won't move cause she is afraid she will get shocked.
No, chat, no. Oh my gosh. Oh no.
a demon mode right now, but we're hiding.
Why is he calling it demon mode?
It's demon time.
Whoa, buddy.
The thing is with demon time, chat, people think demon time is one day. Demon time is not one day. Demon time is a lifestyle. It's long lasting, and it will last years.
Whoa, buddy.
That's what demon time is.
I just love how his chat, like if you read his chat on this clip, his chat is endlessly making fun of him. It's hilarious. Goblin mode would have been more accurate. Yeah, but like Ethan Klein made demon mode become a big thing. Oh man, I don't know. That was kind of cringy, but it should just, I kind of just shows you where his heart is and where his mind is. One more thing to kind of just show you where his heart and mind is. He's got a new girlfriend. I'm not going to play this because it does have copyrighted music in it, but he's going to show off his brand new girlfriend because allegedly he has a brand new girlfriend. Wait, am I wrong? Does it?
You guys who she is. So
no, it doesn't. So here, we'll play it from the beginning.
I want to make this video to
I mean,
show you guys why I haven't been
enough.
streaming and why I haven't been live lately. I've actually got a girlfriend, and I don't want to hide her from you, so I'd rather show you guys who she is. So, yeah, I'm here to show you and show who she is today. Her name is Juice. Juice.
Her name is Juice. Okay. This is allegedly his brand new girlfriend. Allegedly. Allegedly. What the fuck is this? I don't know. This is his new girlfriend.
Hey guys.
I'm gay.
Oh, wait, I forgot about this part. I forgot this. Okay, we gotta reverse it. He says, this is my new girlfriend, and then he says this.
I'm gay.
He just says, I'm gay. Okay. So, is anybody taking him seriously? I'm not taking him seriously. I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck, man? Can you please stop going demon mode on me? You're freaking me out now. Chat, this is the sign of somebody who's like crashing out in real time. Like his brain is turning to mush in real time. Okay. Nega JD Vance can't be gay. Yes. So yeah, that's the update with Ms. Kiv. The update with Ms. Kiv. Leaflet's gonna debate Nyara on Friday. Oh, is it on Friday? Perfect. Over trans issues, do you have any advice? I already gave her some advice in DMs. So, any advice I would give her, I already talked to her privately about. So, that is I'll just say that. I talked about that in the beginning of the stream, though. He does look a little bit like JD Vance, just a tiny bit. All right, let's jump on to Hassan. There's a couple things I have on Hassan that's not related to the QT Cinderella stuff. I'll close that. Not a whole lot, just a couple of funny little things to laugh at. And then we'll move on. But we'll move on to one of the main things I wanted to talk about today. Okay, so we'll start out with. Now, everybody knows that Hassan is in China right now, and he's been having fun in China. But he meets one of his fans in China, and this is what they choose to say to him. Let me turn this up.
Thank you.
So that's him. This is this fan.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And I also watch XQC.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, never mind. That's not him. The guy holding the camera is him. Oh!
Cool. And welcome to China. Welcome
Good to be here.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
I appreciate it. Yes.
Hi, Chad.
Oh no! She loves XQC too. Oh no, Hassan bros. China based, yes. Pretty much. China based. Because like if you guys don't know, Hassan is not really like that big. Like he is in China, But because he's heavy politics, China probably doesn't give him a lot of airtime. So that's probably why like a lot more people listen to Asmongold and XQC, because they're not, I mean, like they're more politics now, but like he is the guy that's known for politics. I think he got rickrolled. It's possible. It's possible. My fans are fans of my ops betrayal. Yes. I thought that was funny to include just because it was funny. Let's watch this next clip where he talks about how him being anti-Israel has made life a living hell for him.
I will say this, okay, at least from my own personal experience and from people who I've talked to that are running for office or are in positions of power, or even like media figures in general, Israel will make your life a living fucking hell if you are outwardly and overtly anti-Israel. Like it's not even a question. There is only one group of influence peddlers that have more motion and more intensity and more investment in making your life a living hell until the end of time. And it is absolutely the Hosberists. They do not operate with like with the same level of intensity as like other interest groups. You can be a fucking anti-big oil guy. You can be a climate change guy. You can be anti-billionaire. They will come after you for sure, right? If you are those things, but never to the same level of fervor. I have never experienced anything like this in my 12-year career as a political commentator on the internet. Like the amount of shit that I've gotten from virtually every front, and it's never just about Israel either. Like just like with Jamal Bowman or Cory Bush, right? When the lobby came after them, they didn't actually do it on the boundaries of like their position on Israel. They did it on whatever their area of weakness was, or whatever the most like successful avenue of attack was. They just presented them as being against the Democratic Party and the Democratic primary, that kind of stuff. Like it's achievable. You can defeat it.
12-year career, you were always right. No, yeah. I think it's really funny. He's talking over the Marjorie Taylor Greene stuff, which we're not going to talk about today. Shit's pretty crazy in my personal opinion. But he's trying to blame Israel for all of his problems right now. I mean, okay. I mean, yeah, they probably not happy with you. I don't know.
God, she's got milkers.
Thank you for the 5.
At Wolf's Pain discovered Mom has milkers and gave $4.99. I know not many people pay attention to basketball, but this Hassan versus Asmongold / XQC China popularity is reminding me of LeBron James versus Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, it kind of does. I agree. I kind of agree with you there. No, it's just kind of funny that he doesn't get it. It's just like, bro, listen. If you want to take the Nick Fuentes route of saying that Israel is against you, all right, cool. But I legitimately just think that your life is a living hell right now because you made it that way. You know what I mean? It's just like, you can be critical of other countries and be okay. But I legitimately think a lot of the problems he faces is not just because of Israel. I think he's literally just a fucking moron. That's his problem. So, I don't know what to tell you, my man. Oh, I noticed that I was covering him the whole time. I apologize. But he's just upset, blaming Israel for all his problems. I don't think that the big bad Jew man is all to blame. I just noticed, by the way, it's going to be harder for me to make those jokes now that I don't have a Jewish manager. Thank you. Thank you for the feeding the landlords.
The landlords have been gifted $20 by @InternetSinMaster8950 to a Hassan disrespecter. Israel will make your life a living hell. The pro-Palestine crowd makes the pro-Israel side look polite by comparison. I present what Hassan's community did to Ethan Klein for disagreeing on Palestine as Exhibit A.
Also, thank you for the cup of coffee, Vandal Ghostwolf. I appreciate it. So anyway, on the topic of talking about how hard Hassan's life is, let's show him showing off his bling, where he shows all the money he won at a horse race. You know, historically, the guy that said, eat the rich, showing off all of the money that he's made off of horse racing. I just think this is a funny contrast. You know, a couple years ago, he was literally wearing a shirt that said "Eat the Rich," and I believe translated to American, this is like $4,000. Even though $4,000 isn't a lot, it's still really funny really, really, really funny that he's gone from eat the rich to just show all off your money. Because that's something a socialist does. That's something a socialist does, I guess. Ain't he rich? Is he saying a certain group of people controls what you can and can't say? I think that is what he's saying. I think so. I think so. But yeah, I just thought this was funny here. Literally, I don't have it pulled up, but he literally has a shirt that says "Eat the Rich." Does this. Does that. I won't be playing this clip because again, like, do we really need to say it multiple different times? Asmongold thinks that Hassan gets special treatment. And you know, yeah, it's very accurate. You could watch a million of these clips and it is 110% the same. This one though, this one I'm very excited for. This one came out yesterday and I'm very interested to watch it. So this is new. I remember when Hassan had his crash out saying that he didn't want to cover politics anymore. And he went to China. This is him crashing out at chat again for dog shocking. So we're like, I want to say that the dog collar stuff was a month ago. And so he should be way past that. But now he's still talking about it again.
Does your friend know you abuse animals like horses and dogs? Yes, we do it together. That's why he's here. So we can abuse more animals together. We just had some chicken too. Specifically chicken that was abused.
Oh no.
That's so funny. It seems like someone was quoting him about the bridge, I guess. Telling you to save your souvenir from your first trip to China is a new level of parasocial. Yeah, so I'm not going to do it. The abuse makes it tastier. It's my fault.
Oh my gosh.
That's how it is. You can really taste the abuse.
Yeah, if it didn't cry
from the first bite,
it's not getting by. I'll tell you that.
Instead of buying cruelty free, you look for the most cruel possible option. Yes, exactly.
Holy shit. He is just like, he is doubling down on it so hard. I love how he's basically like, yes, I love abuse. Because, like, obviously he's not being honest. You know, there's no way in hell he's being honest for this. I just love how he is so fucking beaten down by all of this that he's like, yes, I do abuse my animals. And yes, my friend does it with me. We did it right before we started streaming just because we wanted to feel good inside. I just... He's playing into it. Yep. Keep reminding him and rage baiting him he's entering locale. No, he already is. He already is a locale. Because the big thing about a locale that I personally say makes you one is your lack of being able to understand and grow. And he does not understand and grow whatsoever. So yeah, this is just really really funny to listen to him doing, basically.
That's why I'm against halal meat specifically, because I want extra cruelty in the
cruelty
at the point
when
of execution.
Cruelty free, not for me. Being against.
We're not going to ban you, brother, because Hassan isn't so in touch with the youth. Shock collar, bow wow wow. Shock your dog some more. You shock your dog, bro. Cry chat, Lamau. Hassan shocks his dog. Ban me. We're not banning you.
By the way, I'm gonna move my model. You know who I don't see in the background there? I don't see the dog anymore. Don't see the dog anymore. She's missing. Kaya is missing in action.
Brother, thank you for speaking the truth. You are brave. You are a brave soul fighting the good fight. You should also probably re-up your lithium prescription. But
damn.
You know, ban me. It's one of the most pathetic things that people say. They're like, oh, ban me, dude.
I mean, it
Fucking
is like
Bambi.
it's like a
What,
pretty.
what a mark of
Chat,
bravery,
chat,
dude.
chat. Why the fuck? Why the fuck are you saying that he made Kaya into soup? What the fuck? You kidding me?
Obviously, Occo is a bad example because it's a lost cause.
Thank you for the 5.
At Internet's and Master 8952 donated $5 to help
Don't
cope
say
with the
that,
troubles.
chat.
To translate how much money he was holding, about 30,000 yen has an exchange rate of $3,700 to $4,000, depending on if it's in mainland China or Hong Kong.
Fair enough. I think regardless, it's funny that he was flexing it. Why would you say that he ate his dog? I can't. I can't. Oh,
You did it,
no.
brave truth teller. You brave soul, you.
He was in China. He was, yeah.
Please don't shock me, Dad. Hassan's dog probably. You already moderate this hard, you baby. Just let people speak that truth then. What do you mean? It's already happening for you. You're able to do it, King.
He's getting one guy so
You're able
hard.
to do it.
He's getting one guy so fucking hard.
I think it's because it's auto modded. Because people used to spam it nonstop. So he's like trying to get around the auto mod. You know?
I guess.
He had to ban the
Yeah,
word shock
I
and
think.
dog in his chat. That's
I think
hilarious.
that's what it is.
That is hilarious. He had to
Let
ban
me
shock
speak
and
while
dog.
speaking. Yeah. He's just like,
That's such a
oh,
good-
they're silencing me.
They're silencing me while talking to this microphone to a room of thousands of people.
Yeah.
They're silencing me.
You got the mic, little pup. I mean, he was the #1 like angry person. I don't even know how I
Holy
knew.
shit. That is
His life
hilarious.
sucks. Yours rocks. That one's not hard.
That was beautiful. He's been getting one guy. No, he has been. It's so bad. Chat, like.
Oh my god, she's got milkers!
At Ghost Wolf discovered mom has milkers and gave $4.99.
No!
And then he made his dog the Thanksgiving turkey.
Oh. Oh. I can't believe you said that. Oh no. Chat, you can't. Succulent Chinese meal. No. You guys are mean. You're mean to Hassan. I don't mind, but this is mean. Let me get through some supers here before we move on to the next section. Wolfsbane for $1.99. Mizkiv taking notes from Hassan, except with women. True. Duskblight for 2. Hassan putting Umas in shock collars. The villain. Yes. Villain. Very much so. And Vandal for $1.99. Wow, he told the truth. Indeed, he did.
Oh, yeah, that's a
I'm gonna put
that's a big
myself
bitch.
over here, chat.
That's a big
Also,
that's
he
a big
addresses
dude.
At Internet's and Master 8952 Templar has just given $10.
That's the first time I've heard
Given how
that.
vain Hassan is, I would not be shocked, unlike Kaya, if the Piker Man went and bought ancient Chinese herbal remedies from endangered animals to improve his performance.
Probably. Also, that was the Tactical Templar clip that I took from when he reacted to me. Calling me a big bitch. Oh, I appreciate that. Oh, goodness. All right. So, I'm going to save iDubbbz and Ethan Klein for tomorrow. Because I do think I am going to stream tomorrow. Unless I'm going out tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure I'm just going to be inside tomorrow. I'm going to save iDubbbz and Ethan Klein for tomorrow. Because it is slightly more political. I will also be saving the Shoe on Head video for tomorrow too. Hope that's okay. Hope that's okay. But holy shit, that was great. Oh, the cheeseburger and fries guy? Yeah. I'm still planning to interview him, by the way, on Friday. For like an hour or two. Aren't all VTubers 500-pound balding men with voice changers? Close enough. Close enough. I think I'm a few 100 pounds under that, but fair enough. And I stopped using my voice changer long ago. Pokimane, yes. We'll get on to Pokimane, and that'll be the last thing for the evening. The last fun thing for the evening. She's really choosing to be an unlikable woman right now. And, I don't really... Well, I do know where this is going, and it's not good for her, I would say. But it started out with a now deleted tweet where she says, quote, "I miss when streaming was about gaming, not just drama baiting and clip farming."
From MommaOcco.
Thank you for the 5.
Atmstilth 3 sent $4.99 for more hats. Hassan, EvaElfpire gotta keep my commie grift going somehow. Get in the boiler hot Kaya. Zap, Kaya, Aru.
You can't do that to me, chat. No! No! Poor Kaya. Poor Kaya. I feel so bad for Kaya. I hope that she's, like, doing well, honestly. If we don't see her for a while, I'm gonna start wondering if he did actually eat her. Badly. But anyway, going back to this. Pokimane made this tweet. It got millions of views before it was taken down. And a lot of people had a lot to say about it. Including XQC. XQC, by the way, who's kind of salty with Pokimane because of a lot of the shit she did in the past. So let's read what he has to say. XQC responds to this by saying, "Daily reminder that I was doing GTA RP by day, slots by night in my corner of streaming until everyone, her, framed me and train wrecks for drama and clicks. Miss me with that energy. Walk the walk. Afterwards, the most prominent streaming quote-unquote circle completely dissolved, relationships broken. We ended up so divided that Kick had to be made, and which, even though it created competition, divided us even more. Want streaming to be more about games? Play games." Which is very much so true. Give me a moment. I apologize, I've had to drink a lot of water tonight. For those who don't remember, because he is correct here. Pokimane was one of the biggest proponents of banning gambling on Twitch, and now, to be honest with you, gambling shouldn't really be on in a lot of different places, probably. It's an argument I guess you could have. Not just for the children's sake, but just because gambling is so highly addictive. But that's not a conversation I'm really good at, nor would I feel comfortable having, because I'm just not that good at it. But, like, because of her complaining and having a bitch fit, I have to read his tweets in his... No, I'm not reading it in his voice. But because she had a bitch fit along with a couple other people, XQC was basically forced off of the platform with what he was doing, along with Trainwrecks, and Kick became the new thing. And so, I don't know if you can say that, because of Pokimane being a bitch, we got Kick. And now it's up to you if you consider that to be a good thing or a bad thing. But the point that he's trying to make is that she is a kind of a snake, which I would agree with, because she's trying to say, oh, I want to not be about the drama, when she actively creates drama all the fucking time. All the fucking time. And now Ludwig responds this by saying, you can reply to her post directly, it's on the same website. XQC says, not trying to talk to her about it, that's the whole point. He doesn't want to talk to her, he's that pissed off at her. We've been over this and done that. Why are you acting like I'm subtweeting or making a slight comment? She makes a public statement about the state of affairs. I reply to the public with context to why it is the way it is. And then he responds with this. Also, I just read this again, and what the fuck are you even saying? People know where I stand on everything always. Do you think she doesn't know this is how a few things? Pick unrelated. The picture is a gif of jelly. Brain just died there for a moment. It's a gif of jelly referencing the fact that Ludwig is the Jellywig because he literally has no positions that he does not keep. Ludwig will switch whenever it's convenient for him. Thank you for that.
Ed Wolf Spain donated $4.99 to help her with her troubles. Honestly, Fedmeister, or Fedi according to its Gundam, dodged a bullet despite the humiliation that he faced. She's a shrewd bee.
I agree. I agree. Oh, my package arrived. I'll have to put those up later. Chat, one of the cool things about where I live is I live in, my roommate was like, oh, we live in a community where people just leave your shit alone and don't bother you. And I'm very happy about that. So I don't have to worry about my package just sitting there for a few minutes. Anyway, so he called Ludwig Jellywig again. And Ludwig responds by saying, just say it to her instead of replying to Fearbuck. You are now 30 years old, learning how to grow a spine from Jellywig. Oh, I can't believe he called himself Jellywig. Oh, wow, that it even gives you the response. Wow, that's cool. I just love how even Ludwig now knows that he is Jellywig. Oh, that's hilarious. But anyway, Asmongold would respond to this himself, and we're going to listen to his response because he has a good response on it as well.
We have to look at the history of Pokimane, okay?
Unfortunately, yes, we do.
Pokimane got popular by being in full cam and having a larger than average camera on Twitch playing League of Legends. That's what you did. You did this for
quite a burn, but he's also correct.
For years, you did this. Now, so if you're talking about streaming being just about gaming, you were the one that tried to edge streaming towards not being gaming more than anybody else. And by the way, I dated another girl that did the same thing. I'm not even complaining about this. I thought it was great. But you can't go and...
I like how he's like, listen, I approve. However, you was a hypocrite, hoe.
Complained about the way the website is whenever you're one of the people that made it this way, right? And so that's it. Boom. Yeah, exactly. And so, yeah, as you caught exactly. Wasn't she one of the ones that got shit for having too big of a camera when there are restrictions on it? She was. And so, yeah, and exactly because that's what she was that's what she was putting out there then. And now obviously that you're successful and, you know, like everything's fine, you don't want other people to do the same thing. But drama baiting and clip farming, this girl comments on drama all the time. She has opinions on drama constantly. It's not about who I think is authentic. It's about who the audience thinks is authentic. And if they think somebody like Pokimane isn't authentic, and I don't think that she is either. I think that what she says and how she acts...
Based, because it is also true. Again, based off of the tweet we're going to show just kind of as an end cap here, I agree. But yeah, I don't think she's authentic whatsoever.
Like I can tell by the way she talks, like she measures her words very, very carefully about like never saying something that's wrong or like in a weird way. And she'll only make statements about things after there's already been a massive community consensus on it, or it's like a very popular far left opinion, right? That's basically about it. Like her saying like, let's eat the rich and oh, we hate the rich. Meanwhile, your network.
Meanwhile, she sells cookies that cost like $30 for 5 mini little bags. I really fucking hate it. Like, okay, listen. I'm of the opinion that like, yeah, some rich people probably are crazy, but like, I don't believe in eat the rich. I believe in everybody needs to like get tools. Because like, if you give everybody tools to grow, like some people will take it, some won't. But like, I find the whole eat the rich thing to be so fucking retarded. So fucking retarded. Reminder that not a lot of people actually know how a lot of rich people keep their money. A lot of rich people keep their money in things like stocks because they don't actually have a lot of liquid money. Liquid money is money that you actually have in the bank. All of their other money is kept in stocks and bonds that doesn't actually get pulled out, because if it was pulled out, it would tank the value of their money massively. So if you don't know why rich people are real rich, a lot of them do stuff like that. Some of them do dishonest things. We can deal with those people later, if the government ever wants to care about them, which they don't. But a lot of people don't know how being rich works. Just saying.
Worth is over $20 million. I'm sorry, but
oh yeah, she's definitely rich.
No human being needs a net worth of over $20 million. You don't. You are the rich. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's it. That's it. You are the rich, and I agree. I wish that clip moved on, but that was a good clip. I agree. She is the rich. She is. Now, funny enough, she deleted it. She deleted it after it got shit tons of views. I don't know what the final view count was, but it got 14 million views. Hold on a moment. Hold on. Let's see. 14 million. Oh, you can't really see it. 14 million views that tweet got. Probably a little bit more or less before she deleted it. Congratulations. Why did I include this? I meant to put this in another spot. We're going to skip past this for now. But actually, no. We're not going to do that one. Okay, we're just going to move on to this one. I'm going to move this towards the end, I want to say. Yes, we're going to move that towards the end. All right, so this is the big thing here that I wanted to talk about today that really fucking bothers me. Give me one moment to make sure I have everything I want up here. Okay, so Pokimane bought herself an engagement ring. She just bought herself an engagement ring. She's not dating anybody right now. As far as we know, she's not dating anybody. And one of the most single, broken women things that a woman can do is to buy yourself a wedding ring. Now, I'll make it very clear, because I do have like 1% women in the chat. Press 1 if you're a real woman, all right? You know who you are. I don't care if women wear rings just in general. You know, if women want to wear a cute little ring or jewelry on their bodies, that's fine. But if you buy yourself an engagement ring, you're kind of terminally mentally ill, in my personal opinion, all right? All right, if you have to buy yourself a wedding ring, to me, that kind of tells me that you're giving up on a relationship and that you're just going to be a single hoe forever, all right? That's what it marks to me. So what I'm seeing Pokimane do right now is say that she's going to be a single hoe forever, okay? So let's listen to this, see what she wants to say here. Oh, hold on a moment. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for feeding the landlords.
The landlords have been gifted $20 by @InternetSinMaster89.
No. Oh, you're going to spoil it.
Minute I heard about what Pokemon did, I was like, what in the Anita Sarkeesian wedding themed party hell is this? Apparently all the old Gamergate veterans had the same thought.
Well,
also, her ring is a snake. How? Fitting.
We'll talk about it. But let's watch this.
Myself. Okay, but you guys told me to. In the comments my last video.
Oh, okay. So she's saying that she's only bought the ring because her audience told her to buy a ring. Oh, okay.
But you guys kept talking about a ring. A lot of you were saying, girl, just go get one for yourself. So that's what I did. A ring at bulk rate that I...
Can I just say, again, this is the most depressing sounding thing ever. Because she's basically admitting she has no man. She is I can't call her eggless. I don't know how old she is. She's like 20s or 30s. But like, this woman has no man. And instead of seeking a man off of the internet, she's just buying herself a ring. Just buying herself a ring.
I just fell in love with. It felt like way too much to get for myself. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, I hope someday I actually get engaged. The person that you...
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't believe that she will get engaged. I think that this is literally a femcel who somehow made millions of dollars. All right? This is a femcel that made millions of dollars. Late 30s? You serious? Holy shit, she's almost 30. According to Google, she's 29. She's dry. Her eggs are gone. But no, like this is the kind of behavior that you are seeing with a lot of single women in her age bracket today, where they are coming to the realization that they are still single, and they need to like justify their singleness because it's kind of pathetic. And this is her justifying herself. And I know she's like, oh, I hope I get engaged someday. Woman, I feel bad for the man that is tricked into being engaged with you.
Or engaged to the most in your entire lifetime is your damn self.
Oh my gosh. He's using the, I'm engaged to myself kind of deal.
At Mstelk 3 discovered mom has milkers and gave $4.99. No eggs, empty egg carton, she don't have any eggs, no yolk.
Yeah, no, yeah. I better get married soon. I mean, you're engaged, so you're fine. But this is just, this woman is... Because I know that for some women, there are situations where it just, you're not lucky, you know? But, like, this kind of woman right here, the kind of girl boss, has to like, doesn't, like, want a man in her life. Like, I joke a lot, thank you for re-upping your membership. I joke a lot about how the internet isn't real life, but I do believe that there is subsects of life where you have women like this that literally just never put the important things, which is kind of like family, or at the very least a husband, which is still family, in their lives. And this is where they are now. It is so fucking depressing to see something like this, where she is just, oh, I'm engaged to myself. I am getting married to myself. It's like you have to start asking yourself, how like pathetic of an individual are you that you can't find a man that is willing to be with you? I mean, the funny thing is there are probably plenty of men that are willing to be with this woman.
Oh, yeah, that's a big
bitch. Here, chat.
That's a big dude.
At Internet,
It's not any good ones.
52 Templar has just given $10. Unironically know of one radio dude on the show called The Men's Room who married himself. As a semi-comedic bit, face for radio and all that. Around 2009. I have no idea why women do it seriously.
Because they got nothing better. I genuinely think that she thinks that there's no good man for her. Thank you for the 10, I appreciate it.
So why shouldn't I get this ring for my damn self? So, this is me proposing to myself. Damn! Look at
It is a snake, holy shit. It also looks like something else if you look at it really closely.
the gorgeous diamonds. And the packaging is beautiful, the way that it contrasts. You know when jewelry is so pretty, you want to eat it? Is that just me? Like, it's so delectable.
How expensive is this ring? I hope she mentions.
Will I be with me for the rest of my life? Well, yes, I've no choice, but yes.
Oh, that makes it sound like she hates being with herself. I have no choice. I have to be with myself. Again, I pity the fool that takes this woman for real. Oh.
I'm gonna have the opportunity to gift my husband the sickest engagement ring for men that there ever was, and I cannot wait. You guys know how much I love gift giving, and just that idea makes me so happy.
Gosh, that is so fucking depressing. It's $30,000? Jeez. That's like, when I work for Amazon, that's a year's worth of wages right there. Holy shit. A little bit less. Gosh. Well, some people spoiled it. This is what it reminded me of. This is what it reminded me of. I don't know who remembers Anita Sarkeesian, but Anita Sarkeesian, famously known for helping to ruin video games in 2015, decided to marry herself back in 2023. Literally over 2 years at this point, because she is a lonely woman. And That's literally the first thing everybody was reminded of when they saw that Pokimane was proposing to herself. Is just Anita Sarkeesian. That's why I put Anita in the thumbnail, by the way, on YouTube. You're gonna kind of have to look here. Let me see if I can bring it up. Let me bring it up for you guys. You're gonna have to look closely. Oh, excuse me. But Anita is in my thumbnail for today. It's just like she takes after Mama Anita very well, doesn't she? Forever Alone Spinster round 2? Yes, pretty much. Yeah, literally just Anita Sarkeesian, but more pathetic in my personal opinion. Now, as a response to this, Asmongold has some opinions, and I kind of liked his opinions.
Told me to. In the comments my last video, you guys kept talking.
I like his face. His face looks very... now, granted, he looks very upset at just about anything, but I like his face here.
About a ring. A lot of you were saying, girl, just go get one for yourself. So that's what I did. A ring at Bulgari that I just fell in love with. It felt like way too much to get for myself, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, I hope someday I actually get engaged. The person...
This is... You know what's really kind of like, I would say funny, I don't think it's really appropriate here. I feel like this video is just kind of sad.
Follow.
I'm going to be honest, I think this is kind of like a sad video.
Exactly the same as what I would say. It is very depressing, in my personal opinion. Very depressing. Why would you admit this as a woman? Why?
Obviously, Occo is a bad example because it's a lost cause.
Ed Wolf Spain donated $4.99
Thank you for
to
the 5.
help her with her troubles. Fetty was a good man that made mistakes because she strung him along for other men. As Sam Kinison said, she's using him as an emotional dam. Po-in.
Obviously, Occo is a bad example because it's a lost cause.
I need to lower the usability of that one. It comes out way too much.
Donated $5 to
I'm
help
sorry,
her
chat.
with her troubles. Some people quietly gets black bagged by the UP Mafia and dragged into the darkness. I regret nothing.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
It is.
That you are engaged to the most in your entire
I'm just going to turn it down until he starts talking
is your
again.
damn self. Oh. So why shouldn't I get this ring?
Binted tried to attack Asmon over this clip. Well, Binted is a fucking retard and nobody cares about his opinion, but that's pretty funny.
For my damn self. So, this is me.
Oh, his face.
proposing to
Oh.
myself. Damn! Look at
It's like, there's like a certain level of like poetic continuity with the universe that the ring that she got looks like a snake.
He's so... You know, I didn't bring it up, but he is right.
It is. Like, this is like a poetic fucking thing. Like, this is the kind of stuff that makes me feel like I'm living in a simulation.
the gorgeous diamonds. And the packaging is beautiful, the way that it contrasts. You know when jewelry is so pretty, you want to eat it? Is that just me? Like, it's so delectable. Will I be with me for the rest of my life? Well, yes, I've no choice. But yes, I'm gonna have the opportunity.
She could develop a personality disorder.
to gift my
Unironically, I feel like she could. Maybe she has already. Who knows? Chat, do you think that she has a personality disorder and that's why she decided to marry herself or engage with herself?
my husband the sickest.
We live in South Park. Accurate.
That there ever was, and I cannot wait. You guys know how much I love gift giving, and just that idea makes me so happy.
He said he was jealous because Pokimane had something Asmon didn't, and I'm just like, what? A ring he bought for himself? Yeah, that's the other thing. It's just like, what does she have that Asmongold is missing? A clean house? He needs to get a clean house. But like, what is she missing that he doesn't have? I don't think he would spend $30,000 on a ring. You know, I had $30,000 chat and it wasn't being invested, I would buy a lot of different parts for a server right about now, you know? And no, it would not just all go towards the RAM. But if I had $30,000, I'd kit out an entire 42U rack. Gosh, that would be so cool. Yeah, I do a lot of good things with $30,000. I'd probably quit my job for a year just so that I could learn how to program too. I could survive off of that based off where I live now.
This is such a sad video.
I
I'm gonna
agree.
be honest, it really is. It's such a sad video. I mean, some guy needs to like marry her or something, right? I mean, something's got to happen. I mean,
agree.
This is just sad.
If I had 30K, I'd buy manga and anime, or excuse me, video games. Yeah, that'd be good too. I don't know if I'd have room for manga anymore, but I would.
It is. It's just so sad. It's worse than dating AI. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Is that a wedding band? Yeah. I don't know, man. And she's starting to sound like a crazy cat. Like, no. I mean, she hasn't fully evolved into that yet, right? I mean, we'll see what happens. And yeah, I don't know, guys. She won't marry a guy? I don't know. Do you have no thanks? I don't know about that. I just, it's pure narcissism. Well, I don't know. Like, I see something like this, and she's like 29, and, you know, like, it's just kind of, I don't know. I mean, there's part of me that, like, wants to, like, meme on her for it, but there's also another big part of me that's like, well, this is kind of depressing, right?
Yeah.
It's a little bit depressing. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. Who needs God more, Pokimane or Caseytron?
No, yeah. Gosh, I was looking away for a moment, and then I see that. Thank you, Asmongold. Okay. As a response to that, somebody calls him out saying, aren't you 35 single and have the dirtiest room on the planet? And his response, oh, wait, no, where did his response go? He had a response that it was really good. Well, fuck, he had a response that I really liked. Where did it go? Where did it go? There was a good response that he had on here, and it's just gone now. All right, well, fuck me, I guess. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Even the Hatsune Miku said she wasn't real. Fuck, I had it there. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. It was on his profile. Okay. Sorry about that, chat. So he responds to this individual by saying, it's sad and depressing because it feels like a consolation prize in the absence of a real relationship, which it does. There is a certain type of toxic performative female bravado online that promotes destructive narcissistic behavior. This is a great example of it. And Gemma says, I'm sorry, but I literally cannot believe you are diagnosing performative female bravado and narcissistic behavior with zero qualifications. Listen, you don't have to be a psychologist to say that woman looks crazy. All right? I don't need to be a psychologist to say that bitch look insane. Okay? She's buying a ring, or she's buying herself a ring, using it as an opportunity to clap back at all the boys online who go about her not being engaged. It's not that deep.
At Vandel Ghost Wolf donated $4.99 to help her with her troubles.
No.
I give it 6 months and she will beg for a divorce.
Beg for a divorce from herself? That's depressing. It'd be funny, but also pretty depressing in my personal opinion. No one can marry themselves legally. The fact that you called it sad and depressing is insanely wild to me. What's depressing is missing showers, lack of self-care. I mean, yeah, those are pretty depressing things. Lack of self-care is one of the first signs of depression. Let's make it clear. Buying yourself a ring is not depressing, nor showering for weeks is depressing. I feel like this is just cope. Yes, buying yourself a ring like that is depressing. And buying an engagement ring is depressing. All right? That is just hands down fucking depressing in my personal opinion. So I don't need to be Gordon Ramsay to see someone shitting on the table. I agree. Then he says, please just use ChatGPT next time. Oh, goodness. I mean, I kind of agree that, like, he is kind of lives in a gross environment, but, like, I don't know. I just think that she is depressing. I just think she's depressing. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to cover iDubbbz tomorrow. And then I'm also going to cover a Shoe on Head video tomorrow because I do want to go out and grab dinner and food for tomorrow. I know the stores are going to be packed, but I want to go buy some food. I do apologize, by the way, if tonight feels a little short. I know hump days are normally longer streams. Normally, I don't go shopping on Wednesdays. I normally don't go shopping today either, but, you know, it is what it is. But tomorrow's Thanksgiving and the stores won't be open, so I kind of have to do it early. So we're gonna do a Thanksgiving stream tomorrow, probably later in the day. Was that my stomach? No? Question mark? But I'm gonna end off here. Let me make sure I've got everything. I appreciate, by the way, everybody that came by today. Very much appreciated. I did want to make sure I get Spider Bro for 2 months saying, Pokimane will get married, but it won't be to the man she wants. It'll be her top tier 4 simp. All our rich homies are pumping and dumping her. Sadly. Sadly, I kind of agree with you. Are there any others I need to make sure I get? I deeply appreciate the love today, chat. You guys are all amazing. All of you, as always. Whether you're watching, make sure you like the stream. Very, very much so. Would appreciate that. Whether you're watching the stream, whether you're liking the stream, or you've thrown a donation my way, I deeply appreciate it. As always, make sure that you share, like the stream, become a member if you want to be part of the credits whenever we throw out clips on the Clips channel. Or on my main channel, of course. I'll be back tonight on Twitch, Kick, and maybe Rumble for more gaming. We're finally going to continue Grounded. I have to figure out some way to mess with my friends tonight. Because we all like it. We think it's funny. Other than that, thank you all so much for being here. Wasn't Pokimane... was it Pokimane who was telling a story about how a man was DMing her, finally got a girlfriend, and then she sent the DMs to her? Yes, she was that person. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Anyway, I am gonna send you guys. Is Cinder still alive? Yes, she is. I'm gonna send you guys to Cinder. Oh, I not raid Cinder on Twitch. I might not be able to raid her on Twitch. She might not. I might not be able to raid her on Twitch, or is just raiding broken? It might just be that she doesn't accept raids on Twitch. I don't know. Either way, I'll send you people on Twitch somewhere else. But if you're on YouTube, I will send you to Cinder. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I'll be back later tonight. Very much appreciated. You guys have a good one. And I'll see you later. Also, apparently Twitch fixed its botting issue, allegedly. Either way, I'll see you guys later.